I am ready to irradiate your existing brain cells.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Sunday or Cinema Sunday here, where we are watching the 2023 Silent Night. And with me, I guess I got PvP. How are you doing, PvP?
Oh, I'm doing okay today. Yeah, only maybe 4.5 work days, and then I'll have my Christmas break for like 10 days. So I'm really looking forward to the end of the coming week. But yeah, not a bad
Well,
day.
F you too. Well, fuck you too. I still got to work the next week after that.
Oh, you're working Christmas week? Oh,
Then we get Then we get the clean.
yeah.
Then we get the deep clean the whole plant.
Geez, that sounds like a real treat, eh?
Hey, at least I got the seniority there, so I get to pick my job.
Oh, well, that's good. That is good.
So I get to pick whatever I want to clean.
Yeah. Gosh, so you only get like a couple days off or something. Then it sounds like, gee, that kind of sucks.
I get Monday, Tuesday off, and then I get well,
there's New Year's, right?
Friday off, and the New Year's Eve day. Hey, Pop.
Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Well, that's not quite so bad.
Guys.
Hi, Pop.
Hello.
Yeah.
How you doing? Are you feeling okay today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I was able to go. It's nice and outside. 60-something degrees today. So I got out. I did a few things about the town. Got some groceries. So yeah, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing better today than I was last night. I won't go into any details, but
I ate too much at the party. That chip dip that they had was pretty darn good.
Yeah, I made the mistake of starting to do some eggnog last night, and I wish I hadn't. Now I was like, oh shit, why did I do that?
What did you say? Would you say gorilla about chip? What was that?
The cheese dip that the McCain's brought. They brought this cheese dip that had Velveeta, hamburger, then some kind of like diced tomatoes and stuff in it.
Alita or Velveeta?
Velveeta.
Oh wow, that sounds fattening, but it sounds good. How did it taste?
Oh, it's wonderful stuff, but it's it's not the cheapest thing to make. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I was just looking at Velveeta at the store today. Damn, those things are small, and it's like $8 or something like that.
Really? Wow.
And as we all know, it's not even close to being real cheese. So, but
yeah,
I
haven't had Velveeta in years and years. I can't even remember, but it's not really like real cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's hell expensive, and it's really shrunk in size. It used to be a lot bigger.
They've done that a lot. Like there used to be a chocolate company that would put out their chocolates every Christmas. I think it was Pot of Gold or something. It used to be really good chocolate like 20 years ago, and the box used to be a lot bigger, right? And then they shrunk the box way down, so it's like half the size of what it used to be. And the quality of the chocolates went downhill so badly in the last 10 years. I never buy it anymore. I just avoid it because it's lousy and overpriced too. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that I just won't buy anymore. Yeah, it's just like that. What I do is I have the sales paper. I buy what's on sale.
Oh, so me too.
It's rare that I'll just grab something that's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I always look for the sales. Yeah.
Yep. So should we get this movie started?
Sure, anytime you feel like it.
All right.
I have not seen this, by the way. This just came out, I guess, didn't it? Not long ago.
I know on Soap Today, it's one of those theater screenings, and it's got like gambling text that comes across the screen and stuff. Oh, nope, you got the same one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's a good copy.
I tried 3 different sites that all had the same thing.
Well, it's understandable. I think it's still at the theaters. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a bad one, yeah.
This just came out in the last few months. Oh, this looks really bad.
Yeah, and there's people walking in front of the screen.
Oh, yeah. This
is the audience.
This is really fuzzy.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Thunder Road? What the hell is Thunder Road?
This is the best. This is the best quality I could get.
Oh, I know. But just a word of advice, you might want maybe wait a few weeks till a better copy comes out.
Yeah.
Did this just come out like in the last couple of months or something, guys?
Yes, it's still to theaters, I think.
Okay, that explains the quality then.
It's not a horror. It's an action movie. If it's John Woo that directed it.
Yeah, I was surprised when I read Gorilla's description earlier today on his channel here.
Did you
Where
go
he
eat,
always
Mama?
types out a whole bunch of stuff about the movie and mentioned John Woo, and I was like, oh, so this isn't a horror flick after all. This is like going to be an action picture. So I was kind of happy about that because I wasn't really in the mood for maybe another, Killer Santa.
So, Gorilla, what made you decide this one, Gorilla, instead of the other one you were talking about last night?
Deleted scenes. Deleted scenes was talking about how good this movie was.
Okay. Yeah, good, because that other one does not look good at all.
Well, I just heard the term Silent Night. I was figuring 2022. I didn't know they had 3 years in a row with the same movie title.
I know.
Dumb shits.
They don't
Fucking
care.
asshole. Like, oh, you're not home yet, Resolute? Okay. 30 minutes already.
So there's 3 movies with the same title, Silent Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
2021, 2022, and this one.
Can you imagine if your friend said, I want Silent Night DVD for Christmas, dear, and you went out and you bought the totally wrong movie? Boy, that would not be a happy Christmas time, would it? She'd be like, what's this shit?
If this is the one you chose, then I'd be happy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do they seriously have to do, like, how many minutes of this guy just running?
Looks like San Francisco. Looks like the Bay Area.
Probably was filmed there.
It does look like California, but the sunlight and the homeless and the bums, it looks like California. So I'm guessing LA or San Francisco.
Oh man.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to get that.
Boo. Boo hiss.
Hey, at least it's not switching to commercial.
There will be. There will be.
Actually, I don't mind the commercial because there's that one channel that shows the 30-second ads every 20 minutes or so. I forget the name offhand, but it's actually a pretty good site, and the quality's good too.
Hey, it is California. They got the drive-bys and everything.
Yep. That's probably a group on their way to church.
I am so glad that none of this shit ever happens in my part of the world.
Yep.
Like never happened. Well, there was actually one murder in my town here, right downtown at the really swanky hotel. There was a gang member actually shot and killed right in front of the hotel. Cool. Actually, I do remember that now. So it's rare though, rare.
Now I'm curious, are they going to show it like it really is, where they have one gang that's like Mexican and one that's black? Or are they going to have them diverse? Whenever they do that, it looks ridiculous because it's not true. The gangs are racially divided.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that one gang did look Mexican.
Mexican, right? The headband one, right? Well, the headband.
Yeah, there was quite often that racial stereotype in these kind of films, right?
Yeah, that's stupid. Because the gangs are definitely racially divided. They're not diverse.
Yeah, these guys are freaking bad shots.
What were you driving?
He might have planned this a little better though than to just go after them without a gun of any kind. Like,
I was talking to Nims the Beaten about this exact trope right here just the other night.
Uh-huh.
I hate movies that start off in the middle of the action and then say 6 months earlier.
Oh wait,
that's not what this shit's doing.
Yeah, you can see that forklift's right into the face there. Forklift to the face.
Well, he definitely looks like a black dude.
No, that's Hispanic.
Mexican.
That's Latino, yeah.
Nice tattoos. Gee, that must make going through life easy when you cover your face like that.
I know a few people who've done that.
Ooh!
Right in the throat.
Ooh.
Right in the throat.
I got to say, that's pretty high quality gore right there, though. I'm actually
starting to surprised.
I'm starting to appreciate gore.
I'm glad they
I'm sorry.
showed it. Usually they always, when there's the guns at the good guy, somebody pops out at the last minute and shoots the bad guy to save him. But no, I'm glad they actually showed it. So the wife is still okay. So the plot of this movie is the family gets killed and he goes out for revenge. So I'm guessing maybe he's a cop. Because right now they're showing his wife still alive, apparently. That must be her.
Yeah, well, what Gorilla typed on his channel, the description under the thumbnail pop, it said something about, I guess that guy was playing with his son in the driveway, like his new bicycle.
Well, yeah, but they haven't showed that yet, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go back to it.
I was just trying to figure out what's his involvement with the gang members.
That's why he was chasing the car, though, because they murdered his son. They drove by, doing a drive-by shooting.
Oh, they did? Oh, they already showed that?
No. They must have to go back. I don't know why they didn't show it at the start. It makes no sense to me, but
flashback. I'm guessing it's gonna be his light starting to flash before his eyes, and they see that.
That's really pretty. That's pretty good gore, I gotta say.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this one, Pop. It looks like.
Well, John Woo's a good director, and I like good action movies. It's just that let's just see how intrusive the ads are.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Pop,
hey,
Cody guy.
Hey, Cody. I just want to thank you, Pop, for getting me into gore. I'm finally starting to actually enjoy it, which I never thought I would.
So, I told you I'd get you used to it. It's not that bad. It's actually
it's actually I'm finding it strangely enjoyable, which is a bit disturbing, but
and it's a form of art, actually.
But
it's all makeup and effects.
Yeah.
Well, I do realize it's a movie too, right?
So far, the gore's not bothering me. Yeah. So far, the gore's not bothering me in this film yet.
Gorilla, have you seen Thanksgiving yet? The new one?
No.
Okay.
That's a horror flick, right?
Yeah. Killer Quaker.
A Killer Quaker? Well, at least that sounds original, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's supposed to... It was Thanksgiving, and it's based in a small town in Plymouth Rock, and there's a Killer Quaker and so forth. Maybe that's his partner, so I'm guessing he's a cop.
He must be there for some reason, definitely.
Well, he was being chased by the gang members. I don't think his family's been attacked yet. So I'm glad it's not a flashback scene. Hopefully not.
By the way, girl, how many minutes is this movie?
That's right. Detective,
Is this a couple hours or hour and a half? Or
I'll tell you here in a second.
Just curious.
Standard hour and 38.
Yeah. Well, that's not too long then.
Yeah, still for a little while.
So either they got all the fat trimmed out, or they had to add a bunch of fat to stretch it out to an hour and 30.
Well, hopefully not. John Woo's usually a little more confident than that.
Well, I've always heard John Woo's. I mean, I haven't really. I don't even know if I've ever seen any of his films, to be honest. But
look at that! Did you see how he's laying there and he's got a nurse watching him? See, that was the nurse I had that was sleeping, the stupid bitch. At least he had somebody watching him.
One thing I've noticed, there's been no dialogue up until this point. Like, did the wife just say a word or something? But there's been no dialogue at all.
I don't think so.
Which I guess is part of the thing with this film, from what I read in Gorilla's description. Since he got shot in the throat, his vocal cords are damaged.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like Planet of the Apes. I don't think he's going to be able to talk for a while.
Yeah,
or if ever again.
So that saves a lot of time for the writer, right? When they don't have to write much dialogue.
Everybody else will talk.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, the audience is too stupid. They wouldn't be able. The audience wouldn't make it.
Oh, here we go. Why do they always get the weirdest, freakiest looking people in these ads too?
You could skip through it.
I can't skip this stuff.
Okay. You can use the arrow key.
Yeah, it says you can forward.
There it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's much better.
I don't know why they bother. I doubt anybody goes to those stupid websites. Nobody's that dumb.
Hey, it only takes one. It only takes one.
Well, there's
you can go to the website, but you actually have to give it your credit card before they make anything off you.
Well, they're probably going to
No, they can sell.
scam you, right?
Well, they can get your money too. They can get all your data and sell it on the black market.
Yeah, that's why I never go to sites like that.
I don't think they don't make enough of that. It's like a fraction of a cent. It's usually they want your credit card. They want you to sign up and give a credit card. Because the first thing they're going to do is say age verification, give us your credit card.
No way I'd ever give my credit card to anybody on the net other than,
No.
the only
Especially slotsnight.net. Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, it's only when I go to an actual site that I know, like my cable company has an online payment system that goes instantly, to them. So that's great because I don't have to go through my bank, website and wait like 3 days.
Yeah, I use it for shopping, Amazon and stuff. What I don't get are some utility companies. They have it where if you pay with your credit card, they charge a quote convenience fee, like extra $3 or something. I tell them to get screwed. I won't do that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My cable company. If I wanted to go up to the local mall where my cable company has their store, they charge me like $3 just to pay my bill, which is ridiculous.
That. Should be illegal.
I told them that. I basically told them, guys, I can just switch to another cable provider. And I didn't give them the middle finger, but I think they got my meaning right. So I just pay on.
Go ahead.
I just pay online now, every month, and it works. I can get it paid online in like 5 minutes. Just type in all my information and
right. Don't give them the middle finger. Just say "fuck you."
I should. Oh yeah. Oh well.
They established that this. Yeah, it looks like Los Angeles because it's very sunny. San Francisco's not this sunny. If we see a palm tree, then yeah, it's definitely LA.
Well,
the police.
No, this is. Well, you gotta remember this is after.
God.
This is after the Summer of Love.
Really? This is taking place in like 1968?
No,
I doubt it.
No. It's a nickname. I think
he means the lockdowns.
No. After the riots, one of the news stations where they're talking about it being a mostly peaceful but fiery protest, and then they're calling it the Summer of Love.
Hey, Cody guy. Good to see you, Cody guy.
Hey, Cody guy.
Thing is, Gorilla, the Summer of Love has a totally different meaning for older geezers like
me. Yeah, I don't think you understand. Yeah.
If you were alive in the 60s like I was, you know exactly what the Summer of Love was.
Right, you can have all the sex you want and not worry about AIDS.
Yeah.
Joe Liz,
hey, Jim.
I was 9, so that didn't work for me.
Jim.
So. Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, I was born in 64, so I wouldn't have understood.
Yeah.
And his new Grits video, which was pretty hilarious there. Check that out. And hey, Pickles, how's it going? This so far has been a drama here.
No, well, he looks good. Yeah. He healed pretty fast.
Hi, LDG.
Yeah.
Hello, LDG.
No, but that Summer of Love was they just kind of got taken and made it into a joke there because of one of the mainstream media's jokes.
I don't know why they use that term because it described an actual event. That's like saying I'm going to a concert at Woodstock.
Flashback time.
Because they are covering up. Trying to cover up the riots there by making everybody think there wasn't any riots or nothing.
Oh, I know. I remember.
Flashback time, guys. I think this is where that started.
Or this is where it happened, because it doesn't look like he had the bullet in his throat or the scar or anything.
Well, that's what I mean. I think it's a flashback to when his son gets killed.
It's stupid. I hate that old fucking trope. Like I said, that's what I was just telling Nemesis on the last stream that I had him on.
I'm surprised John Woo would actually put this in one of his films. Oh, he's looking at the neighbor. Oh, okay.
But his throat looks perfect. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't see no hole or bandage.
Right, yeah, big old no way at these guys hospital.
There's a little bit of a dark circle underneath his throat.
No, but his throat got blasted apart. It'd be a big old scar.
There'd be a scar.
Yeah, underneath his Adam apple. It's underneath his Adam apples. But that wasn't a flashback. It's like coming back to the place brought back memories, and then showed his son
Maybe,
there. I thought
maybe he should get rid of that soccer ball in the yard so it doesn't keep bothering him.
I gotta say, so far this doesn't. I mean, I've heard John Woo is like a really good director, but so far I don't find this anything exceptional at all.
Yeah, but
Well,
you can
give it
only
a chance.
direct it.
Oh, I am. I will.
You can only direct what you're handed.
Right, and
Oh, yeah,
he's
could
not
be
going to make it. He's not going to. You guys are already dumping on the movie.
I'm not dumping on it.
No, I'm not dumping on it.
Remember, he's the same director who did John Wick, and so he's successful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But give it a chance to get moving.
It could be the writer, though, too. I mean, as Gorilla said, if you got a mediocre script to work with,
No, they're establishing the characters.
Yeah, but I'm not dumping it at all. So far, I'm enjoying this so far.
I didn't mean to sound negative. I was just making an observation that it's kind of slow paced so far. That's what I meant, really. This is good, though. This is good. Some real emotion here.
That might be a sister that came in to help our friend. They're not his wife.
Well, they didn't show the wife get killed, so I'm guessing maybe just the son gets killed. What did it say in the description? Did it say?
It said in Gorilla's description it was the son and not the wife.
So maybe they're saving the wife for a sequel.
Silent Night 2.
Right. Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, good one. Here we go.
Yeah, that's LA. Stray Bullet, yeah.
I'm so glad I don't live there. Oh, God.
Oh yeah, they have that problem in Chicago. Chicago too. There was
all Democrat cities. It could be Portland, it could be Seattle, it could be New York, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Chicago's got a very bad reputation for a lot of violence happening in the streets. Yeah, I've read about that shit. Seattle. The sad thing, guys, about Seattle is, my friends and I used to go down to Seattle on weekends, like in the 80s. Probably 5 or 6 times we went down to party on the weekend. It was a great little town back in the 80s, right? We had a lot of fun. The streets were, pretty much safe. People were friendly. There was none of this homeless, drug addicted, freaky, weird protest shit going on. I mean, it was a nice little city back then.
Yeah, in the 80s, 82, 83, I was in the military. I was in not basic training, tech school in Chanute, Illinois, and we went to Chicago. We were walking the streets at night. I wouldn't do that now.
I wouldn't even walk the streets here in my little city, actually, Pop. And it's
not even during the day.
Daytime is safe around my area. Daytime could be a little sketchy.
Yeah, but I'm talking about though. Yeah, but I'm talking about the Democrat cities here. I wouldn't walk during the daytime.
Right. Yeah, it's sad some of the stuff going on in the world today.
Look at the bright side. At least we're seeing a movie that has testosterone in it,
and we're having fun.
Not Disney.
And we're having fun hanging out and chatting about it, so it's all good. Oh,
he's starting the booze.
I got an ominous feeling coming up here.
I think I'll take a pain pill or a beer or both. I don't know.
I just noticed there's no music. There's no music in this movie.
I was just about to say that. I don't think I've heard much music at all.
Very little. Usually there'd be like mood music, in a scene like this, right? You'd think. Wow. Well, I guess that's one way to save money on the budget. Don't hire anybody to write the score.
I haven't seen my keys. I'm late for work. Yeah, but maybe that's part of the budget cut. He said nope. He's too drunk to know where keys is.
Okay, this doesn't make sense. If he still lives with his wife, why is the furniture covered with sheets?
Maybe that's like leather couches, and the leather's all busted up. Because my couch is like that.
They're not going to show that, right? They're not going to show him being that poor. He's a detective. Maybe that was his sister that took him home, like you said.
Well, I guess we'll find out eventually. Hopefully.
she's texting him, so maybe they moved out of the house where their son was shot, and he went back there.
But the wife would never leave sheets on furniture.
No, but maybe they went back to the house there to where their son lived.
Well, there it is. They left the room intact, apparently. Like a lot of people do that. They'll keep their child's room just like it was. So that's normal.
Yeah, it's kind of. I always found that a bit strange, but I guess it is kind of understandable.
I'm guessing they stayed he's staying at his sister's or whatever. They just covered up everything because they're not living there.
Well, I think maybe
then they're still making the house payments. I don't know.
No, I think here's my theory, guys. They moved away, and he went to the sister's house for like a month or whatever it was, with his wife, because it was too painful to be here with all the memories that it holds. Because homes do that, right?
They showed two different women, or just? I bet I've seen just one.
Just one.
I guess it's a sister.
But I think they've come back to their real home now, and that's why there's sheets on the furniture for the dust and stuff, because they were away for some time. I'm assuming. I'm just a guess. That's just a guess, but
where was the wife at? I doubt if she was living in the hospital with him. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
She could have been at the sister's with him. I'm assuming, possibly, Pop.
They haven't established a sister. That's what I'm saying. We don't know who she is. I guess when you think about it.
Well, that's one of the problems I'm having with the film. If I'm not trying to be critical, but it's not too clear exactly, who everybody is, other than our central character here.
Yeah, considering probably because they're not talking, which doesn't help.
I guess that's it. I guess where we got the movie name, Silent Night. It's a silent film.
All right.
They could have filmed it in black and white, Gorilla?
That's funny. I was watching silent movies all day today too.
Oh, awesome! What ones are you watching?
Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
usually
they were very young back then.
Yeah, usually I don't have the patience for this.
For
I
this?
do.
Or for black and white movies?
I do if it's a good movie.
I have the patience for black and white, but the silent films where they show a bunch of action, then they bring up a bunch of text, that describe what's going on. Then all of a sudden it's like, usually I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah, but they put the cue cards or whatever the hell you call them. Intertitles. Thank you, Pop. They put the intertitles in, Gorilla, so you can get the information about what's going on in the story.
Yeah, he knows. We did a silent movie. He knows what the intertitles are. When we did Nosferatu, I explained all that.
Oh, okay. But there's a lot of great silent films, Gorilla. Really, I mean, like the Charlie Chaplin films are masterpieces.
Laurel and Hardy, there's a lot of them. But
Laurel and Hardy.
Too bad.
What's his name? Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, it'll come to me in a while.
Maybe I gotta watch the shorter ones to get in there.
They do have short films. Some of them are only maybe 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, the Laurel and Hardys are 20. Most of them, a lot of them back there were 20 minutes.
Those ones I can handle.
You should try try Buster Keaton too, Gorilla.
Why would he have a partial fence?
You should try Buster Keaton. There's a short film, I think, that has a building collapsing and the whole wall falls down around him. And it was actually a real stunt he did in real life. And he had to measure the distance perfectly because there's a window, so the building doesn't kill him. The window goes over him, but the whole building does fall on him. And it's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant film.
Is that why he's only got a partial fence so the cars wouldn't destroy it?
I don't get it.
Yeah, a fence on one side doesn't make sense, but oh well. So I guess now is where he goes running after the cars?
Yeah, I think that's where we're getting back to the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, because it started with the balloon.
Got to get that little artsy touch in there with the red balloon, eh?
Yeah. Well,
and
Pennywise has a big appearance.
It's red too, so I guess that symbolizes, the blood or whatever. Oh, he's having
Okay,
a
now-
flashback in his brain.
Right,
Oh.
and I'm hoping, okay, they've shown us now. Please don't show that scene again. We've had it now. Move on with the plot. There it is. Now he wants the revenge. Oh, he seems to be walking pretty good now.
Hey,
Of course, we waited for
a
this
lot of
scene.
things.
So we don't know if this is like the next day or 6 months later, but oh well.
Yeah, there's not much of a sense. Well, from that dust, I'd say it's been a while. So I guess it's probably closer to 6 months. That looks pretty dusty. But yeah, there's not a great sense of time in this film, I must observe.
Yeah.
I assume that's the bicycle the kid was on when he got shot.
Was he going to do modify it and use it for revenge?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was revenge on a tricycle or a bicycle.
Yeah, imagine getting shot. Imagine getting shot with a bullet made out of a kid's bicycle. You're that. See some pissed off father riding his kid's tricycle down the road, firing off a gun, an old Glock. That would be just to get his point across.
So, okay, that must be the wife, and that's why she delayed it in the cars, because she didn't want to go inside. So I guess you're right. They just let the house sit with the power on. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but oh well.
Well, he could have turned the power on when he got there, I guess. Possibly.
Yeah, but you know how it is arranging that with the electricity company. It's not something you just call them when they flip a switch, but oh well.
Yeah, fortunately, I've never had to actually do that, so I'm
Yeah,
ignorant about that.
You have to apply a couple weeks ahead of time and just let them know, give them the address.
Uh,
They'll give you a date that they're going to turn it
Or
on.
they kept paying the bill.
Well, yeah, and let the lights running, but okay.
No, but you kept turning the lights on, but they just kept paying the electric bill, the minimum fee for.
Yeah. Well, and I'm assuming make the house payment too.
Unless they got the mortgage paid off already, of course.
It takes 35 years. I don't think he's that old.
Oh, okay. No, they don't look that
Oh, no,
old.
I got mine paid off at 7.
Yeah, I'm talking about California.
7? Holy crap.
He could have inherited the house.
Oh, you're a lucky guy.
That's possible.
He could have inherited the house, too.
How did you pay yours off in 7? Was it like cheap or you paid like extra or what happened?
I paid my parents with no interest.
Oh, you bought it from your parents? No, that explains it. Okay. Or you're lucky. You're lucky. You never have to move. Excellent. You're so lucky.
All right, welcome, DVB. There, he goes, hello, all.
Hello, DVB.
And yes, I watched it, Jim. It was pretty good. He goes, hey,
Don't forget to watch Total Recall, you guys.
I haven't yet. I might do it. I'll either do it tonight or tomorrow night after the Lost in Space stream. I haven't decided yet. Total Recall is like, what, about 90, 100 minutes?
2 hours, a couple hours, probably.
Oh, wow, that long. Okay.
Does anybody get this? Your density had popped me to it.
What's the question? Sorry.
What?
DVP says your density had popped me to it.
I think he's joking. Instead of destiny, he put density.
Okay. He's going after. He's just memorizing the names of people.
All game members, right?
No, just the 2.
And
there are 3.
Were the ones he recognized?
Yeah, he's going after the specific ones that were in that drive-by. The 4 that were in that drive-by.
I got a question though. This guy's memorable because of the tats, but how would you memorize the faces of like 4 guys when you've only seen them for like maybe 20 seconds?
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, the ones in the cars. How do you get a good look at them? But
I've never recognized them.
Well, here's the thing. He's a cop, so he's probably trained to recognize details for investigation.
Oh.
Any little detail can help you with an investigation.
Could be.
And there's his partner. His partner's wondering what the hell is he doing here.
Yeah. So I'm guessing he put. He's trained to recognize details.
I know, but but he got a good. I mean, when did he get a good look at the people in the cars?
When they're driving fast.
I didn't.
Yeah, we got close-ups, so I couldn't point him out.
That seems a bit iffy plot-wise. I gotta agree, Pop.
Believable would be more believable is if you went after the bald guy with the tattoo, and then with him, he got names of the others.
Yeah,
before he kills him.
Like he could just have a torture scene where he tortures the tattooed dude, and then says, "Give me the names of all of your brothers in crime, or you're gonna die right now with this machete." Like something brutal. And of course, the guy, eventually would probably tell him if he tortured him long enough, and that might be a fun scene. Because
so this is why it's a Christmas story. It happened on Christmas Eve.
Basically, there's not much Christmas in it.
Right? They showed the tree in the house, so
we're stretching it on the Christmas part.
I gotta say, if this is a John Woo action movie, it's got to be the slowest paced action movie I have ever seen in my life. Like, this is slow pacing.
Well, now we're getting at least to the montage.
I hope so.
Yeah, see, now he's working out, I guess, for a couple months. So that's how we finally at least get a calendar telling us how time.
Oh, he's got the knife. Nice. And he's watching YouTube videos on how to stab people. Excellent.
Hey, Germ.
Hey,
he goes, and
how's it going?
It's going. PBB says it's a Back to the Future reference. Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the density, right?
Great George McFly says to Lorraine, "Your density has popped me to you." Oh shoot! I forgot to pin the link, didn't I?
I think you did. You put the link at the top, I believe. That's so high.
Yeah, but I didn't pin it.
Oh, you didn't pin it. Okay.
Okay, now it's pinned. Now we're getting some great. He goes, "Speaking of machetes, I still haven't seen Machete. Have you?" Nope.
I haven't seen it either, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, here it is pretty good.
Yeah, here it is quite good, yeah.
I like Danny Trejo. It's surprising how short he is. He's a short man.
He's got an intensity to him, though, right, Pop? That works really well.
He looks really tough. Of course, he's an ex-gang member and all that, but
yeah, I wouldn't want to meet him
in a dark alley. You guys know he's a drug counselor, right?
I think he's a pretty good guy at heart now.
He is. He's a drug counselor, reformed gang member. The only reason why he got hired was his looks. He was on the set of a movie, and they spotted him, and they wanted him in the movie. I'm waiting for them to meet Guinan. They're going to meet the one person that says, "Yeah, I know where everybody's at. Yeah, they're over here and over there. Yeah, I know who's in town. Yeah." They always got that one character that knows everything.
Oh, that's that. The guy could at least wash the car first.
Well, good thing he cut into all this time. Margin. I guess the tires are inflated. The gas is good. The battery's charged. Boy, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, put the ramming bars on. You're getting
here we go.
Ramming bars.
Montage number 2.
This is almost like watching a Batman film where he goes from mild-mannered Bruce Wayne to the Batman, right? Nice transformation here.
Hey, maybe he's Batman in disguise.
Well, if he puts a cape and a mask on, then I'll be convinced, Gorilla.
Hey, if he puts on a Batman costume, I'll call this the best movie ever.
Well, that would definitely. Yeah, I definitely have to rate my rating at least a star. Yeah, for sure.
So he's making it bulletproof. That looks like Kevlar.
And is she crying because she knows what he's about to do, or is she crying finally we're going to get our fucking revenge?
Oh, God, I'm sick of the dropping bullet. Fucking Zack Snyder throw that into the ground. Fucker.
Oh. Now he's taking lessons at the local shooting range so he can shoot accurately to kill the bad guys, of course. That makes sense.
Right, because there's a cop before he couldn't shoot accurately.
That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Yeah, because cops don't have to shoot accurately. That's why they're trained to go for the trunk. That's what's BS. I think they should be good shots. They're not allowed to carry a gun, in my opinion, but that's not how it works.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Come on. They just pump about 80 bullets into the person, they'll drop.
That's what cops do, right? They just keep shooting until they drop.
Yeah, well, I've seen that quite a few times where but there's one where there's 11 cops going after this one guy. I think it was Chicago. And by the time it's said and done, like 120 bullets are fired.
Of
80
course.
of them hit.
Yep, I'm sure they're all high-fiving each other.
There's another one in Chicago where 3 officers involved, 20, and the guy got pumped full of 21 bullets, and he still kept moving.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Oh, I just want to mention.
Go ahead.
I just remembered another silent film comedian that's really excellent is Harold Lloyd. If you've never seen his movies, they're pretty amazing. Like the stunts he does in his films is incredible. You should check out Harold Lloyd, Gorilla.
Right, that was back in the days, but before they had stuntmen, obviously.
Oh yeah, I remember there's one where he's like running after a streetcar or something, and he's like hanging onto the back end of it, and it's all
no, that was Buster Keaton.
Oh well, I think Lloyd had one too.
They both may have done it. Yeah, the streetcars were used a lot in their stunts.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the name of the film, but I don't offhand. But I just wanted to recommend Harold Lloyd. Made some excellent films.
Yeah, and let's see. DVB says Donnie Trejo, crazy, didn't know he was a counselor now.
Yep, reformed gang member and drug addict.
It's very cool.
And his tattoos are real.
Yeah, he says awesome actor. Yeah. So there needs to be higher standards. Completely agree, Pops.
Yeah. About Danny Trejo, there's an interview with him about the time he first met what's her name? I think it's Selma Hayek on From Dusk Till Dawn. It's a very funny story he tells.
Well, there's a documentary. I guess I don't know if it's called Trejo or what it's called, but he made a documentary about an hour and a half about his time in federal prison and everything. And when he goes and visits now, he's a celebrity. And so he doesn't have to worry about anybody jumping him in prison if he ever goes back. He won't, but yeah, he made a documentary just like Cheech Marin did, or Tommy Chong did. And he's another one. If he ever goes to jail, he's a celebrity. She's leaving him, of course. Well, us, the audience, are like, okay, yeah, the usual. Without them talking, right? The wife's leaving him.
Is there dialogue in this movie?
Not yet.
Not much.
None yet.
Maybe been one word that the wife might have said early on, but I don't even know if that was a fact.
No.
The entire cast is born.
I'm guessing that the first dialogue we're going to get are from the gang members.
The entire cast is cast by Morn from DS9.
Maybe they're mute.
I guess.
What?
That's a good one.
Sign language.
Very good.
Well, no, Mor's he was known for never shutting up, but in the entire show, we never heard him utter a single word.
No, I just love it. Yeah, I don't. Does he ever say? Is there an episode where he actually says one word of it? No, never.
Nope.
Wow.
No,
that's
not
cool.
a single word.
That's
he doesn't worry about memorizing his lines.
I thought Morn was an awesome character, even though he's like, not even a secondary character. He was more like a background character. But every time he did appear in a scene, he was memorable, just sitting there at the bar, right?
I've never seen the show you guys are talking about. But if he never spoke, that means he definitely made less than everybody else.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you get paid more for speaking.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just he was just like a background character that showed up in a few episodes here and there.
And the montage continues. So he's got till Christmas.
Oh, this is here we go.
Oh, yay.
Lovely.
Thank you, Gorilla.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know I could skip those.
I'm glad you can.
So I guess now his montage is over, and now he's on his mission finally.
So his son was killed on Christmas Eve, and then he's like spent the entire year after that getting ready to go out and kill the bad guys on Christmas Eve.
Right, like hospital and then recovery and now training. Right,
training. Yeah,
and he knows exactly where the criminals are. I guess. Oh well.
It does. Taking a whole year to prepare and train and strengthen yourself and build your muscles up and get ready. Get the gun. The whole gun thing going. I mean, it kind of does add some credibility to the film. I gotta say,
all those other gang members are not even gonna know who he is. Only the bald guy with the tattoo.
Mm. Why is it always hot women want to hang around with creeps? I never got that.
They like the bad boys.
Yeah, that was my experience when I was at art college. Yeah, they'd go out with the bad boys.
Right, or it was the drugs.
Could be. And the money. The money might be part of it too.
Money, because they were.
Yeah. Because they probably, buy them, a lot of nice stuff.
Right. That's why when I see like YouTube videos in the news where a woman brings home a gang member and he ends up killing the child and the mother plays the victim, it's like bullshit. No, hell no. I hope the sex was worth it, lady.
Hmm.
He's making sure to get the license plate.
So he's getting all the license plate numbers because as a cop, he can probably go in and file those into the system and find out their addresses, right?
He can't do it, but I'm sure that he's got somebody, a friend that'll do it for him. I don't know if they're going to show that, but that's what we're supposed to assume, I'm guessing.
I'm thinking he'd have somebody on the inside.
Yeah, connection.
What I was saying, yeah.
Now he's got his shirt off, so they're showing us he's buff.
He better be buff after he's working out like this.
Hey, where's my equal representation? If I have to see a topless guy, I want to see a topless woman. I want my equal representation.
No, so you want to see a topless woman jogging?
Yeah, why not?
With two black eyes?
Here, hear that? There's a gang member on the woman gang member. What about her?
That's so good.
When I was in high school, I remember a coach got in trouble. Because to punish, I don't remember what the girl did wrong, but to punish her, he made her jog in place, and he got in trouble and fired.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And BBB says, speaking of Christmas, what are your favorite Christmas movies? Oh, come on. You got Die Hard, Violent Night, Home Alone movies.
Bad Santa.
The original Christmas Story and Christmas Story Christmas. I haven't seen Fat Santa yet. And Cody's giving us a hand peek away.
Oh, you got to do Bad Santa.
Hey, you need to do Bad Santa sometime the next couple weeks, girl, because that's a classic. Yeah,
it's a funny and it's a great movie.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
The first one.
Well,
make sure it's the first one.
Yes, the first one, of course.
Yeah, ignore the sequel, just the first one.
Yeah, the sequel kind of sucked, actually. So
when I was 15, my dad always drank it and spent all day in the bar. And he drove a Trans Am. Whenever he got home, he would put the keys on the table, and every night I'd take his car out and do exactly that.
Oh, this guy would be getting kicked out of the range right for doing the fast shots like that. He would be getting kicked out of the range.
I miss shooting guns. I need to buy one. It's not like I need it. I need to get my car fixed, but I want to get a gun. And we have a range here in town.
maybe they have like a rental gun or something you can get at the range pub.
Oh, they might, right? But it's what true man rents guns. It's like.
Well, I mean, if you want to get back into shooting, I mean, it would be an intermediary, measure until you.
It would be. I could find out if they have. I could find out if they have that. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
give them a call.
Yeah. I wouldn't downgrade to anybody for having to rent a gun because I see the prices of the guns; they're expensive.
I know that's why I haven't done it yet.
Yeah,
they start a fairly good one. Yeah, $300-400 on up.
Okay, we having a flashback in his mind, obviously, but Man,
Or is it a stranger's? It was stranger danger. Oh my God! What are you doing?
this is very confusing.
Yeah, he would be in jail right now. They'd be tackling him. Not acceptable. And what the hell is he doing in an elementary school anyway?
Oh, they don't even.
Yeah, the mom said nothing to him. It's like, yeah, right, that's believable. The mom didn't even open her mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna believe that.
Yeah, DVB says, "Oh yeah, Bad Santa. Forgot about that one. LOL. That movie was hilarious."
It is.
Hey, DVB, if you haven't,
I saw it, it rose right up to my favorite Christmas movie, right at the list of number one.
Yeah, DVB, if you haven't seen Violent Night, you got to watch that one. We watched it last year. That's a pretty good one.
They're selling fentanyl to the geeks and the kids. Yeah, it's California.
Well, there was a guy who was let's just say he was on a certain list that certain people have to register, and he was selling fentanyl right across from the elementary school.
Yeah, nobody sees him with that knife in his hand, of course.
Yeah,
no chance. Yeah, that's him. And his son.
They'd never let you in down there to school without a pass. Like you'd have to identify yourself as a family member or something.
Yes, all schools have passes now.
Yeah, up here too.
They had them when I was working for them in the 90s.
Yeah, my mom used to do the lunch hour when she was older.
Well, you know what? I want to clarify.
And she had to have a name tag and the whole thing.
But I want to clarify something. That's something I always had an issue with, and I always brought it up at the meetings. The staff, the principals, the teachers, the custodians, everybody was required to carry an ID except for the parents. And I used to say that. I said, but anybody can just wander in on campus.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, they do not require ID or badges for the people that come in campus. Bitch.
Oh, brother.
Oh, she has the track marks on her.
Yeah, she looks like a classic hoe to me.
Oh, she has the heroin track marks.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why she's with the guy for the pre-drugs.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Aren't they going to have the music beaten and usually they have the music blaring?
Yeah, they got no bad rap music there. Hey, Gorilla, guys, I'm going to put it. I can either put it in the private chat or the public chat. I was going to send you a link to a music video that actually has Danny Trejo in it, and I think he actually directed.
The J is silent.
Right. Spanish. I know it's Trejo.
Like
but anyway,
right.
Well, it's like Jesus, and right. I know the Spanish language can be tricky, but I've got it figured out pretty good over the last 4 years at my job. But yeah. Anyway, I think directed it too. Are you? We lose something?
Yeah, I'm okay.
We lost the Cosme.
Yeah, Cosme's dead. The movie disappeared real quick.
Oh, mine was more delayed.
It's still showing on my side.
I got nothing here.
I'm looking at an empty screen.
I'm looking at an empty screen and a couch with 5 people sitting on it.
Yeah, avatars. And Gorillas is not one of them. There it is.
Gorilla's gone.
We've got Jim.
Now he's back.
I'm the anonymous cow, I guess.
Yeah, I got the hippo. So.
Yeah, there's an anonymous owl.
Do we need to re-enter the room or something, Gorilla?
Maybe you just hit refresh. I'm going to try that.
I got to reshare this here.
I'm going to reload site.
No, refreshing didn't do nothing.
Nope, got the same room.
Yeah, it's
all right,
dead.
it's saying it's sharing.
Wow, it's warm here. My roommate really loves to crank that heater downstairs. It's got to where I have to turn on the air conditioner, believe it or not.
Oh, that's bad.
It is. It gets like in the 80s in my room, and that's too hot for me.
All right, is it showing up on the screen?
No, we'll let you know when it comes on.
I got nothing.
Yeah, we'll let you know, Gorilla.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just posting the chat to that music video that I mentioned a minute ago. It's pretty good. It's pretty crazy and intense, but it's a lot of fun. And it's not just not just Danny that's in it, but he makes an appearance at the end of the video, by the way, and he makes an appearance with, believe this or not, David Hasselhoff.
God, the Hoff.
All right.
It's hilarious. Yeah, you guys got to watch that one. It's good.
Have you ever seen his David Hasselhoff's? He's got music CDs or whatever on Amazon, and the reviews are hilarious. People just troll him, and it's so funny. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen on Amazon.
You got to admit, there is a certain comical aspect to the man's character.
What's going on with my thing? I exited it out completely.
Well, I got nothing. I'm going to try.
I'm patient. I'll wait.
Yeah.
You
Should
still
gotta do
can
Gorilla.
cost me.
we try another link? Like, do you want to post the link again and maybe?
What
don't
site
think
was that? What website was that, Gorilla? Was that Soap Today or no? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, on our next sci-fi horror stream is after, because it's Total Recall today, but next week I'm going to definitely do Hammer, back to Hammer again, and it's going to be the first Frankenstein movie with Peter Cushing.
Oh, good.
Curse
Did
of
someone
Frankenstein, I
hack
think
me
is
where
the
I
first
got it? Where I got booted into another? Because it's saying I have to disconnect from my other connection.
Oh, I
So
get that.
that's Cosme that does that sometimes.
Yeah, I get that once in a while too, Gorilla. You basically just have to maybe go completely out. Maybe even need to restart your computer sometimes.
Or maybe close the tab and then use your link from YouTube to go back in.
Yeah, close the tab and try the link again. That might work. But I've had that happen like 2 or 3 times when I've been doing watch parties with Jill when we do the Saturday Star Trek watch parties together. It does happen.
It's too bad she wasn't able to have time to come on our stream last night. But at least she stopped by the chat.
Yeah, well, yeah. I actually Twittered Jill the other day, and I said, "Are you going to be on at all this weekend? Like, are you doing Voyager?" And she's like, "Nope, I'm going to be away." So it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool. I got lots of other stuff to do anyway." So,
Lucky girl has a family.
well, yeah. So she's got such a great life. I mean, gosh, you know, she's so lucky. She's very lucky.
Enviable.
Yes, I hate to say it, but I do kind of envy her happiness because my life ain't nowhere near that much
You
fun.
got the mom, dad, happily married, 2 kids.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got no mom, I got no dad, I got
No
one
kids,
cousin
no
alive, no kids, no significant other. It's like I'm sitting here by myself drinking a beer, and it's like, oh, my life. Well, but I can't complain because the other day when I was out buying some groceries, guys, I saw 2 people in a wheelchair. And one poor young lady, I would guess in her 20s, was basically like, vegetative, right? Like her head was slumped over, and
Yeah, at least you're here. Think about that. Think about all the people
yeah.
that you knew that are dead, right? That you outlived. So that's a good thing.
But think too, this poor girl, she's probably like, I don't know, I'd guess maybe 25. She could live another 50, 60 years in that chair and never be able to speak or communicate or have anything with anybody. And my heart sank when I saw it, but that's reality, right? You know.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if it's caused by
now.
Not yet. We'll let you know.
Got nothing
But
here.
I wouldn't be surprised
We
if
had
it
a
was from
short
a
for a
vaccine or a shot. Can you guys believe? I can't believe I went to the pharmacy today to pick up a prescription. They charge for COVID tests $10 each. Who would spend the money on that bullshit?
They don't charge
God.
here. You can go and book a COVID test. I think it's probably, well, the ones I got were free. So
Yeah, they do would be if they're trying to push that crap up on you.
well, hey, I
But
even
not
asked them
all.
for a self COVID test, home kit test, and I got it in the bathroom there, and no
I
charge.
wouldn't even do the test. I wouldn't be surprised if it's hidden in there. I don't trust them at all anymore. Like I said, I'm not even going to get flu shots anymore. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't. But
It's
I
getting
guess
now where I'm going to be afraid to eat now, knowing that they're putting it in the food supply. All right,
just
Gorilla,
got-
you just appeared back in the room, but the movie hadn't started yet.
yeah, we still got a blank screen here, Gorilla.
No,
Yeah, because I'm having trouble with this sharing.
It's
Now,
weird.
I can share it on Chrome, but I can't. But then we'd have no audio.
okay.
I can't do Chrome. I don't want to do.
So what are
Chrome
you
anyway.
using, Gorilla? What are you
I'm using
instead
Brave
of
right
Chrome?
now.
Brave, okay.
Brave.
Okay.
And that's
Well,
one
maybe
of
if
the
you
Want me to give it a shot?
I mean, I'm not on Chrome, but I guess if you want to switch to Chrome
Yeah,
yourself,
I'll give you the-
I can
No,
still
but
watch
no,
it.
he said no. He said there'd be no sound on Chrome, so there's no point.
Oh, that's well for this movie, maybe not an issue,
Right.
since there's no dialogue.
We can do the sound effects ourselves. Bang bang screech. Bang bang ah.
Yeah. And we're at
Yeah, pretty
and we're at
much.
5012 there, Germ, but I do not know why it's not sharing on my end.
Wow, we got 50 minutes already. Oh, okay. At least it's going by fast. I wasn't bored.
No. And usually I'm off doing other things by now with the silent movies.
Okay, I think it's the Brave issue. I'm having trouble with it too. I'm gonna
Yeah, but if
switch
it was
Okay.
Brave, it wouldn't have worked at all. It's not
Chrome.
like it would work and then stop working. I'm guessing it's well, I don't know, but if it was the browser, it would not work at all. It's not like work and then not work.
All right,
Hey,
so
Gorilla,
what I'll
did you
have to
try-
do is share it on.
It's obviously either Soap Today or what is this Cosme? It's one of those two.
I know Cosme
So I got it.
Cosme messes up every once in a while because I've had that happen once or twice.
All the time. That's why I never use it.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
feel
I got
bad
it on
because I think it's Jim. I think it's Jim or a couple of the guys. I know they have their viewing parties on Cosme and they invite me, but I feel bad because I tell them no, I just don't like Cosme because of the issues just like this.
I gotta say though, to be fair, Pop, like 95% of the time when Jill and I do our watch parties, it works perftly flawless.
You never get the stuttering slideshow.
No, we don't.
Okay,
We're
I
lucky,
do
I
all the
guess.
time. Not
Is it
yet.
working
I'll
for
let
you
you
guys?
know. No, we'll let you know.
Nothing.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
let you know.
this is definitely the most relaxing John Woo movie of all time. I'm thinking.
So I'm having problems with it's Cosme itself here.
Hey, PvP, have you heard about that? I guess it's a square or a shopping center or something in Canada that was named after a guy who was a slave abolitionist, and they're changing it to somebody who to a name of a group of people from Africa that were selling slaves. Have you heard anything about that? You know what I'm talking about?
I have not actually.
Okay.
Jeremy, you want to try? See what's on your end too. Because it keeps telling me I have to disconnect from another room, but I only
that's
got
that damn Cosme. That's Cosme.
Yeah, but Gorilla, just disconnect. Actually, probably the easiest would be just do a reboot on your computer, and that will probably clear it all out. And even if it takes you a couple of minutes to reboot, it's probably worth it because usually that will, make a difference.
Will we still keep the same Cosme link and everything?
Oh, Gorilla can always post
No,
a
it's
new one.
Cosme. I can't do it on any of the. I've tried it on 3 different browsers. It's not working. It's the Cosme.
Cosme could have just died tonight, I guess.
Cosme sucks.
I never have much of a problem with it, though it's not perfect, definitely.
The only other option is just doing this backstage like LDG does. But then you don't get to watch hours on your channel.
Yeah, I'll try restarting here.
Okay.
So I'll
Give it a go.
We'll see you when you get back.
Yeah, we'll just chat amongst ourselves, Gorilla.
Don't get me banned while I'm down.
Well, we're not going to say anything that
We'll
rude.
wait until you get back.
And then get you banned, right?
And then we'll get you banned. Yeah. Oh boy, I think it might be the website itself though is having some technical thing happening.
Yeah.
Oh, did you take a shower?
Where is it? Okay. Where is the name of that? Dundas. Have you ever heard of that PvP? DUNDAS?
Oh, that sounds like Toronto, I'm guessing.
It is. Toronto City Council approved. They're changing. It was they're named after a guy who helped abolish slavery, and they're saying he was racist, so they're getting rid of him. They're renaming streets, all this crap, and they're changing it to Sankofa, which is the name of a tribe in Africa that actually sold slaves.
That makes no sense at all. And
I
if the
know.
guy was an abolitionist that wanted to get rid of slavery,
I
how
know.
does that make him a racist? That seems like completely
Yep.
contrary.
I know. Typical, isn't it?
That's so weird. I don't get it. And why would they change the name of the shopping center to? Well, why would they change it to an African tribe anyway? If they're going to change the name to a tribe, why don't you do
I
like
know.
a native, Canadian indigenous people tribe here? Because we got
Oh.
dozens of them, right?
Only if they're people of color. I mean, that's the problem. Is they're trying to get rid of anything named after white people.
It's ridiculous. But native people aren't white
Racist.
people, right?
It's racist. Have you guys heard about, was it Baltimore, where the mayor, where they're having a Christmas party and no whites are allowed? Have you guys heard about that city council meeting?
Yeah.
Or a
No.
party?
I haven't, but it
Yeah.
sounds pretty disgusting.
It is. It's an Asian mayor, and they're having a Christmas party and no whites are allowed. And it's the 10th year they've done it.
So the Asian mayor is a hardcore racist.
Of course.
Merry fucking Christmas, eh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I remember, 10 years ago, all the stores would put, Merry Christmas in their windows and, on their signage.
Not anymore. Decades.
Last 6 years or whatever, 6 or 7 years, it's like, nope, it's
Yeah.
Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays.
Can you imagine, though?
Holidays you're talking
Can you
about.
imagine the city council party? It says you can bring one guest. What if they bring their spouse and their spouse is white?
Well, that would make things complicated, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's like, why do they put up?
I don't see
Yes.
even how the mayor can legally get away with banning people.
Oh, because it's legal to discriminate against white people. Haven't you noticed? Everybody's doing it now.
I think somebody should challenge it on the courts personally, because that is blatant racism, and I don't know how he's getting away with it, because it's obvious bullshit. Any thinking person knows that's bullshit.
I know they don't care. It doesn't stop them. We've got people running the country that are racist. I mean, come on, they're not going to stop it.
Yeah.
I remember when Biden said he didn't want to.
I think Bill is right. It's Boston.
Yeah. Is it gone?
No, he said Boston.
Oh, Boston. I thought you said busted.
No. I remember when Biden said he didn't want his kids going to a public school because he didn't want his kids going to a jungle.
Yeah, it says a lot, doesn't it, about a leader when the kids of the nation can grow up getting schooled in jungles.
Well, here's what's interesting is when him and cackling Kamala Chameleon were competing against each other for the presidency, they were going after each other about his racism, and she was telling him how much of a racist he was. And then lo and behold, now they're best of friends. Right. As soon as he says, "Oh, but will you be my best friend?" "Oh, yeah, I'll be right there, buddy. Good old Joe, good old friend of mine."
I always found it fascinating, Pop. It doesn't matter. And you know me, I'm kind of a middle of the road kind of guy, right? I kind of look at both sides and I decide what I agree with and what I don't agree with, what I think makes sense, what I think is bullshit. That's the kind of person I've always been. And it's amazing to me, no matter what the political party is, no matter if they're left or right or in the middle, when they're campaigning, boy, the lying comes out through their teeth. They will say anything to get elected. And then once they're in office and they got the votes done, it's like, oh, all of a sudden, my opponent's a great person.
Right. No, the worst part is the people that believe them. Now, remember, we're still waiting for cancer to be cured by good old Joe, right?
Oh, I remember back in the 80s, my granddad was dying from throat cancer, and there was supposed to be a cure any day now.
Yeah, of course. And we all know that cancer was actually cured decades ago, but they're making too much off of the treatment. They're never going to cure. They're never going to cure any disease ever again. In fact, they've got to the point where they're creating new ones for money. So no, that's not going to happen.
Actually, can we actually switch to some positive topics? Because
this
is getting a little depressing to think about all this crap actually.
Yeah. Well, as long as we have control over it, I don't dwell on it.
What's this? What? Hey, people.
Middle of the road, you get hit.
Oh, that's funny. Ha 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 ha. It's like that old Willie Nelson song, "On the Road Again." There used to be jokes about that. It's like, get off the road, Willie, you'll get run over. I remember those jokes.
Jeez, he's still alive. Bless him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He must be
It was a real concern for Willie.
I actually got to see him live here about I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago, and he put on a good show.
There's a lot of famous songs that he wrote, not just what he sang, but I mean, "Crazy." That's a perfect example. Excellent song, and he wrote that.
Loretta Lynn, right?
No, Patsy Cline.
Patsy Cline. Okay, I get those mixed up. Yeah, that's a great song. Yeah, Willie he's a solid, guy. Like he's got a good voice.
Cool.
He's got a lot of good tunes, and he's a cool dude. I mean,
he gets high outside.
He gets high, cool. Smokes up, and has a tour bus he drives around in. And
when I hear about these jerks arresting him and harassing him, I was like, assholes.
Yeah. Actually, hey, what's your favorite singers, songwriters, musicians, guys? If you got any, I'm sure you do.
A singer or group? I guess singer.
Either one. It's optional. Whatever you want to talk about.
As far as
we're waiting for Gorilla.
As far as group, mine's ABBA.
ABBA, really?
Yeah, because they're excellent writers and their voices are excellent, magnificent. And I was so happy when they came out with that new album. What was it, last year or year before? It's a great album.
I think a couple years ago now, probably.
Yeah, never a disappointment. They sound magnificent still.
It's surprising, it's like for me that when the Rolling Stones put out their new album, back in October or whatever, I was like blown away how good it was, right? Because I mean, they hadn't put an album out in like almost, I guess it was around 20 years.
My second favorite's Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, they got some good stuff.
Stevie Nicks, she's way up there.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's always, a nice surprise when an older group puts out a new album and it's actually good, right?
It's actually no surprise when it's compared to the new stuff.
Yeah.
As long as it's not that new so-called Beatles.
No, that's all AI. But I remember how great it was when Roy Orbison did his comeback, and that was like, bless him. And it was just in time he got back to the top of the heap before he passed away, and he deserved that.
Yeah, I remember that's when I was at art school, and that was 87. He did the black and white
80s, the Traveling Wilburys.
Two Traveling Wilburys albums, and that,
thanks to Jeff Lynne. Jeff Lynne is what helped him bring.
Jeff Lynne produced a lot of that stuff, I believe.
Yeah, and wrote.
Yeah, because I remember that video. The special he had in front of a live audience. I think it was a rather small cafe.
Jeff Lynne or Roy Orbison?
No, he had a huge band. Like it was live, and it was.
Yeah, but which one are you talking about? Is what I'm asking.
Can you rephrase the question, please?
You just said he had a concert. I'm saying Jeff
Lynne.
Roy Orbison.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was called. I think it's called a Black and White Night. It's probably even on YouTube. It's probably about an hour long. And the band he had, though, he had Jeff. I believe it was Jeff Lynne was there. He had Elvis Costello. He had Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, Traveling Wilburys.
He had a ton of people that night, though, like mega stars backing him in the band, and it's a great set, like really good. A lot of his great songs is hits.
Yeah, my question for you guys: would you pay full price to see these damn holograms they're having? I wouldn't do it.
No, I got to see the real
deal.
Full
price to see the real guys.
You wouldn't pay to see any concert with anybody in it.
Not guys like the Rolling Stones know what type of condition those guys are in.
No, that's fine. I thought you meant no concert with anybody in it.
I'm not too big on concerts. It'd have to be someone like Metallica or Disturbed or something like that.
Metallica had a free concert in San Francisco. Metallica had a free concert in San Francisco a few years ago. I couldn't believe it. It was actually free and it was packed.
And unfortunately, I heard the original drummer, I believe it was, for AC/DC just passed away a day or two ago.
I think so. I heard about that too. We're getting to where they're starting to drop off, unfortunately. I'm really surprised. We still have a couple Beatles left.
Yeah, and they're actually in pretty good shape too for their age.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
I mean, McCartney's still touring, and Ringo's still putting out albums.
George Harrison, what was it? Cancer or what? I can't remember.
It was prostate, I think, cancer.
Yeah, of course, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to post this in the private chat. I can put it public if it's okay. I just put that's the title of the special, Roy Orbison and Friends, A Black and White Night, because it
Right.
is filmed
That's
in
when he's
black
with the
and white.
traveling. Right. That's when he's with the traveling Wilburys.
But it's just more than the Wilburys. Like he's got a huge cast, right? He's got
Okay.
actually. Oh, here it is. It's got Roy Orbison, Jackson Brown, T-Bone Burnett, Elvis Costello, Katie Lang, Bonnie Raitt, J.D.
Oh.
Souther, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Waits, Jennifer Warrens. I mean, we're talking a pretty impressive backup group here.
Well, most of those are good.
And
Yeah, I
there's
don't know about all
more.
of them.
There's probably half a dozen more people that I don't recognize their names off.
I bet you they were. I mean, to play with Roy Orbison, I'm sure they were probably lining up for that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hey, Mikey.
But I mean, obviously, Roy is not going to invite them on stage with him if he doesn't have some
Well,
respect.
he was a living
for their talent,
legend.
right?
He was a living. Do you guys remember when he was on Saturday Night Live?
No, I don't. I never saw that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, he was on there. John Belushi
All right.
was making fun of him because whenever Roy Orbison performs on stage, he does not move.
Yeah.
He stands still and plays the guitar. And John Belushi was making fun of him for that, which I thought was disrespectful.
Alrighty, Cosby is down for the night, it looks like.
Oh, shit.
shucks. All right, well, you was
Oh,
going to
well.
change the name of the stream to whatever. Let me close my Cosby window and go back to YouTube.
So I'm guessing there is no other website that has a copy of this film available at this point in time.
Well, you get the copy of the film, but it's Cosby is the problem. Because it keeps telling
Oh,
me
right. Right.
whenever-
Okay.
whenever I try sharing it, there, it's just not loading up.
I wonder if their servers are overloaded. Maybe a whole bunch of people are using it.
Well, it's just getting close to Christmas, so that time of year, people maybe do have more time on their
Did you have
hands.
any problems last year, Gorilla, around Christmas?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's a fluke.
Yeah, it's kind of a
So-
pain.
Are you going to change the name of the stream or leave it like it is?
Just leave it.
Let me get it in the soda.
Yeah, because it's not sharing it at all for some reason.
It's weird. So it's
It's
like
okay.
it's like
Yeah.
an error message.
Don't waste any more of your time, Gorilla. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll try it again sometime when there's a good copy up. How about that, huh?
Well, I'm going to try something different here. Now
about
that I
bad-
did my
It's a little, you're not going to start. You mean into the movie or what? Because it's too
Go
late.
for it.
Did
Right.
it change? Did it change?
I don't know. I closed my Cosme window.
Did it?
I'm just going to refresh here.
Wait,
I'm
check
still
it.
getting nothing here. Maybe you want to put in a new link.
Okay,
Maybe
so I
that would
can
help.
even.
Oh, Gorilla, how did the mint turn out last night?
Pretty good, but nobody ate them.
Oh, I would have. Sounds
I still
yummy.
got
Cream
nothing on
cheese.
Cosme.
I was thinking about those today when I was at the store. I was looking at the cream cheese. It was on sale for $2.50, and I thought about that'd be nice to make mints.
Yeah, they got cream cheese on sale here for
Yeah,
$2.49, so I'm thinking of buying some. Not a bad price for 500 grams
it's
or
not.
whatever.
It says I'm already a member of this room. Disconnect your other connection and join your room.
Is that Cosme?
Yeah, so it's Cosme. Just
Yeah,
click it
just
in.
forget
should
about
let you
it.
in.
Don't waste your
Yeah.
time. Forget about it.
Click through it. Okay, there's something. Game Awards 2023.
No.
Oh, we got something. We got something. We actually do have something. Game Awards. Oh, and now we got nothing.
Yeah, but you
It was there
Is that
for a
you?
few seconds.
yeah, because I exited out of it. That's not.
Oh, you shouldn't have exited. You might have been able to find the movie if you typed it in the search engine.
And there it is. There's the room with the empty screen again.
Yep. You should have just typed in a search for the movie title, Gorilla.
PvP, have you seen the
Yeah,
Hammer
it's not
movie,
gonna
The
be on
Gorgon?
YouTube.
Gorgon, I've heard of it, but I can't remember if I've seen it, because if I had, I would have been probably back when I was a kid.
I was going through the Hammer titles, and I'm so excited. I can't. It's hard to tell which one I want to show first, but I'll go into the Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'd say stick with your Dracula, Frankenstein, back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
I think you guys, for those of you that have not seen it, I think you'll enjoy Total Recall.
I have not seen it actually, even though I've heard it's one of Schwarzenegger's better films.
It is.
It and The Running Man were out around the same time, and they're both good movies.
Okay.
The Running Man was directed by Paul Michael Glazier from Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool. Wow.
It was surprising. I remember. I was like, what? He's a director too? And let's see, Richard Dawson acting as a bad guy. Excellent.
Richard Dawson is the bad guy.
Yeah, that's when he was still big doing Family Feud.
That's just going to add bonus points to the film for me.
Well, that reminds me, you were watching Trading Places last night. At the end, when they had that scene in the World Trade Center, and they showed the electronic board when people were talking about stocks, that was the exact same board they used for Family Feud at the time.
Huh.
The big money board.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, what did you think about Jamie Lee Curtis's nude scene, guys? I have to ask that. I wasn't able to ask that last night, but
That's her only nude scene was in Trading Places. What'd you think?
No, it was
Still a little.
the scene was way short.
Well, of course it's short, but God, she's amazing. Her body was meant. Remember, her mother was Janet Leigh, and she was hot too, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Where are you at on the chats there?
All caught up to
Germ.
Mikey.
To Mikey?
We're all caught up.
He says, hello,
Yeah, we're
Merry
all caught
Christmas.
up to Mikey.
Okay, so you're gonna skip the movie for tonight, right?
Yeah, I guess. Those mints look
Yeah, might
good,
as well.
Yeah, thank you. They were. Did you get PvP? Did you get your eggnog stash?
Well, I drank it all last night.
Damn. That shit's $5 for half gallon here. I can't afford it.
It was just over $4 for 2 liters, so it wasn't actually too bad.
Yeah. Here, I was thinking, I was looking at it thinking, oh, that sounds so good. I love it. But I didn't want to get that and then buy brandy too. It's like, I hate being poor.
Yeah, I'm not buying any more till next weekend. I'm going to wait till the Christmas gets closer. That's when I'll get a few eggnogs.
I'm glad I'm not an alcoholic. I would never be able to afford to do that.
Same as chain smoker. I'm glad I'm not that either.
Yeah. Then Mikey said that the Total Recall reboot with Colin Farrell and Kate Beckinsale was just okay, but not great.
Well, that's an overstatement. It was a steaming pile of shit, but oh well.
Yeah.
So, Gorilla, are you going to try and continue this movie next week? If there's any point.
Well, no, wait, hold on. Wait till there's a better copy.
Mikey's saying it's just okay. That means the movie's.
I would say maybe do a different movie.
No, but
wait till a better copy comes out.
It means it sucked because he can find the best. He can find any the good show. Kind of like I was doing my defense of Thursdays.
Sucked ass, just like the RoboCop remake. Forget it.
And apparently PvP says drank the one carton last night. Alrighty. So we're all caught up on the chats.
Oh well, it's too bad the server crapped.
I can't believe Cosby went down like that.
Yeah, tits up.
It happens once in a while to a lot of websites. I've been experienced that over the years, but it's like, oh well.
Yeah, but why couldn't it go down when I'm not trying to show something?
Exactly. Why did it have to pick this night? Yeah. Hey,
there isn't some way it'll say you can sign up for alerts where it'll let you know when it's back up. But oh well.
Hey, you could always give it one more shot, Grill, if you want to.
No, don't waste any more time. No, fuck it. Anyway, what happened to? Oh, never mind. I had the thing paused. There it is.
Overall, that was a good movie. The dialogue on it was just perfect. The dialogue on that movie was just perfect.
At least you won't hear me complain about talking heads, right?
Well, I gotta say, for a 2023 film release, it's probably got the best dialogue of the year.
You know what's interesting is usually audiences don't have the patience for that.
I'm gonna make a short of that later. I gotta remember to make a short of that later. And Mike says, how much is eggnog running for nowadays, PvP? $4 a liter.
I bought 2-liter carton for $4.19 at the local supermarket, which is probably about as cheap as you're going to get it these days because everything's so damn high priced. Hopefully it'll go on sale by next week.
Cold, getting cold.
I'm going to keep an eye on it, see if it goes on sale here.
Yeah, like 30. We're in our 30s.
Oh, the weird thing is they had it on sale for like $2 at one of the local supermarkets, like 3 weeks ago, which is odd. So I, stocked up and bought like 4 at that price. Since they're all gone now, but usually it's expensive. But I'm hoping that we'll put it on sometime around.
It sucks.
Christmas.
Everything is just price gouging these days. It's bullshit.
Well, it's horrible.
Miserable.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's like what, $9 for a bag of potatoes or something. It's like.
I know. I finally found some on sale yesterday for $1.27. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
"That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good."
It's a 5-pound bag, but.
What are you paying $9 for? I just got 2 5-pound bags for $5. Or
you got 2 5-pound bags. What, for $5 a piece or $5 in total?
$5 in total.
Oh well, that's a good deal then. They do put them on for $4.99 for 10 pounds here, once in a while. But you got to hit it when it's on sale, right? And unfortunately, I missed the last one, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm lucky. When I buy a bag, it'll last me.
And Mikey says, Mikey says, Daniel, move closer to Toronto. It's 46 Fahrenheit. Hear him now, brother. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It's like 23
years.
Yeah, it's chilly like with the wind blowing here.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna have a Black Christmas here.
A Black Christmas?
Yeah, we haven't. We don't have no snow yet on the ground.
Oh, you're not. I thought you meant you were having a power outage or something, maybe.
No, you never heard that term before?
No,
not in that context.
I've heard of the film Black Christmas, which I believe was a Canadian film, which is pretty dark. That might be one to consider, actually.
No, what it means is like usually we have white Christmases around here where we have a bunch of snow on the ground, and also it's white Christmas. But if you have no snow on the ground, we use the term Black Christmas.
Yeah, it's weird. Same here, Gorilla. We've had like almost no snow, and it's like the 17th of December now. And I think we had one light dusting on December 1st, I remember now. But it was very light, and it melted by the next morning, right? So yeah, usually we would usually get a good, decent snowfall sometime in November, and then we'd be getting, more snow by this time of year, but we got nothing much this year at all. So it's kind of weird. It's an unusual weather season, actually.
Yeah, and Daniel says it seems to be warmer in the city and way colder out in the country. Yeah, because the city blocks all the wind.
Well, the city has all the buildings, with the heating systems blowing warm air out onto the street too, right? So that makes a difference, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and like he says, we had a power outage earlier, PvP, but our building does have an emergency generator.
Oh, lucky you. You're lucky. When my lights go out, they go out for hours and hours until the power company gets the power pole restored or whatever. Usually it's some idiot running into a power pole that'll knock the lights out here, but
God. Yeah. I remember before cell phones, when the power went out, it was dark. We always had to have candles standing by just in case. But now we have cell phones, and don't have to worry about that anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, that just shows the problem with our power system there. Like we had a tornado come through that was it over the summer or previous summer. It took out one pole out just outside the town. There was the main transmission pole running into town, and they had to wait half an hour to get the town's generator up and going.
Oh man.
A generator for the whole town. Interesting.
Yeah, we got a diesel generator there as a backup there, but when we're on generator power, they ask everybody, don't do laundry, don't be running your dishwashers, minimum power if you can.
Don't plug in your Tesla.
Yeah, just have the lights on basically is what they're saying.
Gorilla, Gorilla, do you ever see a Tesla up there?
A what?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's a car.
How about any electric cars, hybrids, anything? Do you ever see any?
Okay, one of my old coworkers that got fired there, he did just buy an electric one. The bar downtown does have a portable charger. Like, we got a couple electric vehicles in town, but nothing. Worthington has a couple actual chargers out with their quick trip, but overall we don't see them.
I didn't think so. What was the last time? What did you pay the last time you got for gas, Gorilla?
Right now in town it's $2.79.
Shit. Yeah. Definitely cheaper than here.
Hey,
Gorilla.
Hi, welcome.
Hello, Lemon Pie. I hope you're doing well. Gorilla, have you ever had oxtail?
Oxtail, is that a tongue? The cow tongue?
Oh, no, it's a tail. It's a cow tail. I was watching the recipe on it last night, and they say it's really, really delicious. A lot of flavor, but I've never seen it here at the stores. I guess
Walmart has all kinds of it. Walmart has that, and it has the tongue too.
You should try the beef heart. You said you like chicken gizzard, so you would love beef heart.
It doesn't please me there. All right, where were we on this? And welcome Scurvy here. Daniel says it seems. Yep, we read that. True, Daniel. That an unusual fall. Yeah, Scurvy says, "What's up, fella?"
fellas?
Usually for us, it's a transformer that blows up or a dumb driver runs into one. LOL.
Yeah, some idiot runs into a pole.
He's waving at everybody. Mike's saying hi. Hi, Scurvy. All right, we're all caught up.
Now, question for everybody here. Anybody seen the movie Used Cars with Kurt Russell?
No.
Oh, man, that's
Not for
a great comedy.
A long time.
It's such a good comedy. Written and directed by the people that did Back to the Future. In fact, that's how they got the money and the clout to do Back to the Future. It's a great movie. And it was one of Kurt Russell's, if not the first one, away from Disney.
Oh, okay.
Very funny. I wish I could do a comedy stream on my channel.
Well, you could.
I'm considering. Sorry, what's that?
You could.
I know, yeah, but on Tuesdays instead of the sort of sci-fi horror, or another night, I don't know. Everybody's so busy. I don't know. And with comedy, everybody's got different tastes.
Oh wait, Cosby's. Can you guys see this on Cosby?
I'm not. I closed the Cosby window.
What?
Oh, I'm seeing something.
Alrighty.
Oh, and I clicked on play and it died.
No, I actually, since you could see it, that wasn't a playable thing. That was a different screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I could see it. So there's something.
Still blank screen here.
No, well.
Yeah, my screen wasn't blank. I did see it, Gorilla, but I don't know if their site's actually still working or not. I don't know if you want to bother trying to re-enter the film title if it's worth it. But
Nah. Well, I'd say let's wait until a better copy of the movie comes up, and when Cosby's working, let's just pass up the night.
Yeah,
and talk.
I'm good either way. Whatever Gorilla wants to do, it's up to the Gorilla.
Yeah.
Give Cosby the night off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Mike
works.
says, yep. He goes, I saw the movie Oxtail. Wait, that was Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale with Bevel. Okay.
I don't know.
I've never heard of it, so.
I've heard of the movie, but I've never seen it.
And I don't know what Feeble or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that actor's name at all.
Are you talking about Fievel Finkel, that old Jewish guy or whatever? I don't know.
Feifel the Mouse.
Oh.
I don't know.
I got you.
Gotcha, Pooch. Any of you guys seen the low budget Jack Frost, the Killer movie? Not the one with Michael Keaton, but the low budget Killer Snowman movie. Any of you guys seen that?
I see the Jack Frost where the kid loses his dad and then he plays his dad harmonica, and the snowman out front becomes animated.
That's Michael Keaton.
No, that's the Michael Keaton one. I was talking about the horror movie.
I have not seen it. I have not seen it.
So I think I'm gonna introduce that one to my kid, Jack Frost. The one
the Michael Keaton one, right?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Well, he's already he's already seen Frosty the Snowman, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I remember they made a shitty, really, really bad CGI sequel, like in the late '90s or something, and it was just crap. It was just a sheer money grab.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There is something, Santa versus the Snowman. It's not very good, but it's for what it is. It's hilarious.
Sounds a little budget.
Very.
Of course, we've all seen Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, right?
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Starring Pia Zadora.
More times than I want to remember, actually.
Yeah, well, I guess the MST3K version is the best.
Oh God, I don't watch it too often, to be honest. It's like, yeah, I can give that one a pass. Hey, do you guys remember when they were starting South Park, and they put out a little animated thing they did on their own called, I think it was Santa versus Jesus or something, which is totally nuts. It's only like, I think, about 5 minutes long, but that was the video they sent around to all the studios to try and get their show actually produced. And I guess enough studios were impressed that they did get a contract to actually start the show, and the rest is history, of course, because they're still going. But
have you guys ever seen their movie Cannibal the Musical?
I think I might have.
It's not bad. Comedy Western, but it was kind of funny.
Oh, it's so long ago, though. I really can't remember totally.
And they also made the movie, what was it about? The Mormon that does a comedy about a Mormon that does porn. Orgasmo, that's right.
Orgasmo. I've not seen that one.
I think that was on the list of some movie to watch.
Oh Lord!
I can't remember who the watch party was. PvP, can you read this one?
PvP, laugh harder at my jokes.
Damn you, that's an order.
I haven't read the chat lately, so I'm sorry, Lemon. I didn't mean to upset you.
This was directed at you too.
Oh, jeez. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Not too bad a day.
And this was also directed at you.
Oh my good. No, that's hold on. Oh, Lemon PvP has eggnog with Cyrus. Yes, unfortunately I do. I can't deny it. Oh, I have a weakness for eggnog.
Oh, I saw at the store they have eggnog ice cream. Have you ever had that?
No, I've never seen that. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that's interesting.
It's probably just in the USA because we have, you guys get a lot more variety in products than we do here. Hey, I mean, we have a good selection, but we don't get some of the stuff you guys have. So,
hey, when they started making ketchup flavored potato chips, they'll make anything.
We got those.
I saw that post by William Shatner. That does sound nasty.
That's actually quite good. It's actually quite good.
Oh, okay.
I've had it. I mean, I can go over to the local store 3 blocks away and buy it. And they also have cheddar and bacon flavored potato chips, which are absolutely awesome. Those are good. Oh, those are awesome. That does
sound good. The only one thing I cannot stand is ranch flavored anything. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I love ranch.
Yeah.
I know it's popular, but it's I can't. No thanks.
Yeah, we got potato chips here that are called all dressed. All dressed. That's what they're actually called. And I could never really enjoy those either. The taste just doesn't do it for me, so. And of course, we got the classic salt and vinegar and, sour cream and onion and all that stuff.
No thanks with this. I like sour cream, but I don't like sour cream and onion chips. So it just doesn't, It's like I like lemon.
The cheddar bacon chips are pretty good. I'm not always in the mood for them, but I might buy them like once every couple months or something.
Hey, Mikey, I don't know where did you leave your Violent Night comment at? Because I'm not sure if I did see it yet.
Or you can just repeat it. It might be easier.
It's probably a while back.
Yeah, Pop hasn't seen it because he doesn't like the character who plays Santa.
The actor.
So, yeah, the actor. And Scurvy.
David Harbour. Isn't that his name, David Harbour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, at first I thought, oh, he's okay. He's so-so. But then after doing Black Widow, fuck him. No, never again. Disgrace to all men.
And Daniel says, I love bacon flavored potato chips. So,
Ketchup.
Ketchup flavored. I'll take your word for it. Scurvy says, what about potato flavored potato chips? But seriously, I like jalapeno potato chips.
Oh,
so do I. Yeah.
I can't. That's too hot for me.
Now, although I'm not hot, but I don't know. I love jalapenos.
I just don't like hot food.
What I understand is like ghost pepper, the shit that is so hot you can't taste whatever the food is. It's like, no, that's too much.
Yeah, I've heard about the ghost peppers. They are supposed to be the hottest peppers.
I know it. Yeah.
No. The Carolina. No, there's the Carolina Reaper is not even the hottest anymore. Because someone made one that was hotter than the Carolina Reaper. I'll look it up here real quick.
You guys heard they banned those because they had a one chip challenge or whatever on TikTok. So kids were eating those. It's those chips where you buy just one chip in like a triangular box, and it was like $5. It was a complete ripoff.
Wow.
But kids were. It was called a one chip challenge where they would eat it and not drink anything, and stupidity, and they injured themselves. So because of that they banned it.
Well, wasn't it like the challenge they had a few years back when kids were eating Tide Pod, laundry detergent? It's like, what was it?
Stupid.
Einstein said, it's like, two things, are endless: the universe and human stupidity, something like along those lines. And it's like,
seriously,
I agree.
Just give them a Darwin Award and send them on their way.
Oh, it's so dumb. Like, you'd have to be a moron to fucking spend $5 for one potato chip and then eat it and get sick. It's like
I know.
Well, see, this is the problem. We started putting warning labels on everything. Hell, go to your local next time you're at Walmart or any place or like a Target or anything. Go into the beauty section there. Look at the curling irons and look on the back. There's a warning that says for external use only. I shit you not. Now, I don't care about the warning. I want to hear the story behind the reason they have to have that warning.
Well, isn't there something on some batteries now that say do not drink the contents of the battery? Like,
yeah, I've heard of so many stupid things people have stuck in their orifices. It's ridiculous.
Well, you can't afford toys. You gotta get off somehow.
Well, I guess as long as you didn't plug the curling iron into the wall socket, it might be passively enjoyable. But if you turn the sucker on, you'd be screwed.
No, what happened is
let's go eat.
One of my coworkers we were talking about the warning labels they had to put on stuff, and she said, it's probably some stupid 13-year-old girl who was straightening, curling her hair. Goes, hey, this looks like a dick. But anyhow, the hottest pepper is the chili pepper X now, and it comes in at 2.69 million Scovilles.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got into extremely hot food. Not my deal.
How much is the Carolina?
Hot girls, yes. Hot food, no. You're looking up a price there, Gorilla?
I'm looking up the Carolina Reaper.
Okay. Anything with the name Reaper on is probably not something I'm going to eat, but it's just me.
Yeah, the Chili Pepper X passed it in just this year. So it doesn't say how many Scovilles that one is. But 2 million. The Carolina Reaper is 2 million Scovilles.
So
PvP you don't even like pickled jalapenos. I mean, they're not as hot.
No, I'm just not into spicy food. It just doesn't agree with my system.
Okay.
Okay. And okay, Mikey here says Suzanne baked plantains, whatever the hell those are, earlier and made them into veggie French fries.
Sounds
Great
interesting.
with ketchup.
Oh, I gotta adjust my darn
Yeah.
chair again. My darn office chair keeps going down all the time. It's a real pain.
No, I can't mind if I lean back in it, I feel like I'm actually gonna tip over on it.
Yeah, mine kind of feels like that too, Gorilla. But it's a weird chair because if I get it adjusted in the right way,
Ginger! I'm gonna mute. Sorry, guys. I gotta take care of my dog.
okay, go for it. If I adjust the chair just right, if I get it at the right angle, and when I spin it around, that'll usually fix the problem, right? And then it'll usually stay, in the upright position. But every once in a while, it drives me nuts. It just keeps going down, down, down. It's like there's nothing worse than sitting on a low level office chair because that really sucks.
Yeah. So let's see. TVB says Tim's chips jalapeno are so good. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. Daniel says I got to try bacon flavored potato chips. Oh, they're delicious. But you're Canadian, so you're gonna have to put maple syrup on them. And we got ghost pepper. Then TVB says hey Scurvy, and Mikey says Violet, my of David Harbour playing Santa beating up the naughty terrorist led by John was so
Leguizamo.
Yeah. I like the part where the guy gets sucked up to the chimney and split in half.
Yeah, I did enjoy watching that with you last year, Gorilla. That was actually a pretty fun film, and I wasn't expecting too much, but it was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. And Scurvy here says, hey, DVB. He says, Pepper X is now the hottest pepper. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to get to that this year. The original Christmas Carol, maybe next year.
And by the way, if you want to watch the 1951 version with Ulster Sim playing Scrooge, it is on YouTube. Somebody just uploaded it like a week ago, so you can find it if you want to watch it, guys.
Yeah, and Scurvy says, do not insert any hot peppers into anything. DVB says, spicy food kills cancer. It burns it right out.
Along with everything else inside you.
Yeah. And Mikey says, trouble with Cosby tonight. I moved my movie over to Discord. Yeah, it's working now, I think, but we said fuck it. And DVB says it dissolves it. PvP, the Riper comes for thee.
I hope not.
The Carolina Reaper pepper, that is.
Okay.
It's spicy food will grow some hair on your chest. Oh, PvP.
Hey, I got enough hair on my chest already. I don't need more.
Oh, God, I remember my dad would always ask if we wanted to add garlic, then he'd always tell us it puts hair on your chest.
I actually like garlic. I used to make sandwiches with like cheese and mayo and some raw garlic slices, and it was actually really good. But I haven't had garlic in a long time because I just haven't bought any lately.
You ever eat shallot?
Shallots, they're like onions, aren't they?
It's a combination, like a half onion, half garlic. Yeah, it's like a cross.
I don't know if they actually have them in the stores here. I've never actually seen them. I'd probably have to ask the staff if they actually carry them because I do not remember seeing shallots here. Yeah.
Yeah. DVB says, seriously, though, lemonade with cayenne pepper dissolves cancer if that's all you take in for about 45 days. That doesn't even sound like it'd be good.
If I had to drink lemonade with cayenne pepper for 45 days, I'd probably fucking dissolve.
Yeah.
I'll be like Dan Aykroyd's Santa there at the end of the,
when he's eating the fish, or no?
No, at the end of the movie there, when he's standing out in the rain after he gets busted trying to plant pills on Eddie Murphy's character. When he takes the gun, click. Then DVB says, hey, Boomer. He goes, hey there, DVB. And Scurvy, he says it's true. Cultures that eat hot peppers are virtually free of certain types of cancer. particularly colon and stomach.
Yeah, it's good for you. It is.
Well, I think those cultures don't eat a bunch of processed food.
That's another thing.
That could be.
And they don't get all the
part of
jabs
it.
we do here.
Well, that's the thing. It's easy to say this thing or that thing is the cure for whatever, but it's like it's more complicated than that, right? Because there's a lot of other variables that people are consuming that might be the thing that actually, has the effective quality. So yeah, it's easy to generalize, but I think it's a little more specific when you're talking about foods that might make you healthy.
Yeah.
Well, I know here in the U.S. There's a lot of foods that are legal, dyes, foods, imitation flavorings that are outright banned in several countries, but they're allowed here.
Yeah, I think some of them are banned here too, Pop. Yeah. I like garlic though. I got to get back. I should try and buy some garlic next week for Christmas because that would be fun to chop some up and put it in the turkey stuffing. I got to get a frickin' turkey. Damn, I forgot to get a turkey this weekend. Oh shit.
Well, I found ham for $1.27 a pound. It was a great price.
That's nice.
Oh, lucky you! I got duck. We got duck. We're having for New Year's Eve.
I was looking at the turkeys here yesterday at the local supermarket, and they were like $49 for a fucking turkey. I was like, stick me in the fucking oven if they're charging that much for a bloody turkey, right? It's like
how much
ridiculous.
did that come out to per pound?
No, it's $49 the total price.
Did you look at the pounds?
I have no idea. I'm not good at math, so
okay.
Okay, because
it's too damn much. The thing
maybe?
is, there's another supermarket that's got, I think, them on till like Wednesday or Thursday, and they've got turkeys the same size on for like $18. So I probably got to cruise out there one of these nights over the next couple nights and go out and see if there's any left. Because
Do you,
$18 is a lot better.
Yeah,
well,
you divide the leftovers and freeze it? Since you're
yeah. I can usually get like 4 meals out of a turkey pot, easily. Yeah, it's really good, high quality protein.
Yeah, if I'm able to fix it or cook it, I'll do the same thing. I'll divide it up and then freeze it in Ziplocs. But
exactly, I'll usually make. I'll of course, on Christmas I'll eat the turkey on the plate with gravy and potatoes and peas and carrots or whatever the hell I got with the stuffing, and that's great. And then probably the next meal a day or two later, I'll get one of those pre-frozen pie crust thingies, and I'll make like a big turkey pie. I'll mix that up with some mushroom soup and onions and whatnot, and make a really awesome turkey pie. And then usually after that, I just go for like the last couple. I'll just basically, use the rest of the turkey bits. I'll just put them in the fry pan and just cook them up with a bit of olive oil, and then pour some leftover gravy on them. And you get like 4 good meals out of a turkey for sure.
Do you cook your turkey low and slow?
Oh yes. I can't remember. I still have my mother's recipe, which I follow every year because she used it for like 40 years. I've got it written down in the drawer there.
Have you ever heard of the cook Alton Brown? He had that show Good Eats.
I heard the show, but I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, he has a way of doing a turkey in like 2 hours, and I tried it, and it was the best I've ever had. I never do slow again.
Okay. I always found that I usually put it on for about 5 hours at the temperature I put it on.
I know, that's how I used to do it for a long time. Yeah,
it always comes out nice for me though. It's all nice and juicy and everything's tasty.
Yeah, but the problem is that there's a bigger chance of the breast meat drying out. So this recipe that Alton Brown has, the guy's a genius. He uses science when he cooks. He breaks it down to the science.
You got
so
a link?
Really,
is that on YouTube? You got a link or anything, Pop?
Well, the name Alton Brown, look it up.
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown. Alton Brown.
Just the way it sounds. Okay.
Yeah, he had a great cooking show that used to be on Food Network when it was good. And like I said, he would go by the science and everything when he cooks. So amazing cook.
He must have cooked at a pretty high temperature, though, didn't
500.
he? 2 hours.
500.
Okay. That's pretty high.
Oh, it is, but it worked. I thought it was crazy, too, but I thought, well, if Alton Brown advises it, I'll try it. And, it was best turkey I ever had.
Interesting. Well, I might think I'll research it and look at his website and see what he says, and I will consider it, Bob.
All right. DVB here says garlic is good for the immune system. Yeah. And it's also good at keeping the vampires away.
When I was a teacher, there was this stupid idiot, Dennis Sayers. He was a teacher, and the guy was a fool. He went to the doctor, and the doctor said that he was overweight and he had a gut. The doctor said he needed to get healthier and gave advice that he needed to eat more garlic. So the stupid ass, what he started doing is he would eat like a clove of garlic straight by itself every day and stink at the whole damn classroom. And that's all. Oh yeah, as you guys have been talking about garlic, that's all I keep thinking about is him. And now, my God, the stink of his classroom. Oh, I feel sorry for his students.
Yeah, if you're going to eat garlic raw like that, you better have some
bad.
You better have some high quality mouthwash or something.
I know. He didn't care. He stunk. If he even came within 10 feet of you, you couldn't do it. You couldn't stand it.
It's like professors that never heard of deodorant to put on their armpits, right, Bob? You walk in their classroom, you could just smell them. It's like, oh.
Well, for him, it was in the morning. It was fucking coffee. He would get right up and breathe in my face, and it makes me sick.
Oh,
and I'd have to step back. And then in the afternoon, it was the garlic, and the guy was just nasty. One time, he rode a bike to school and back, and one time he was telling me, and I couldn't help it; it was involuntary, but he was telling me that he was riding his bike home, and somebody threw a bottle at him, a beer bottle, and knocked him off his bike, and I couldn't help it. I started laughing. I tried not to. Oh well.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling, Pop.
Yeah. Welcome Cam here. He says, hello everyone. Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to you too.
Hey Cam. Hope you're doing well, sir. Yeah. Good to see you.
Merry Christmas, Cam.
Yeah.
Bye, Phantom Boomer.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. See you, Phantom.
And DB says, good to see you again, Cam. Cam says, hail Boomer. Oh, Cam. Alrighty. Yeah, DBB says, yeah, aspartame is legal in the U.S., but banned in several countries worldwide. Good points, Pops.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you can think about it, if cigarettes are legal, why not sell any other poison that's out there? So why not, right? Money is nothing. All they care about is money.
Yeah. And Cam says 49 Canadian. That better be a ginormous freaking delicious turkey.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's not.
That's what I was thinking. 150-pound turkey or something.
I've gotten no. It's around I think 5 kilograms or something. I'm not sure what that is in pounds. It's not a huge turkey, but that's perfect for me as a single person. I put those in the oven over many years, and as I say, I get 4 meals. But I used to get them at Walmart up until last year. They would be like $15 for one of those suckers, right? And the turkeys were good. They weren't like, they might not have been, well, thing is, I bought a butterball one year and I didn't think it tasted as good as the low cost turkeys that I bought most of the time. So go figure, right? Oh. But yeah, they used to be great at Walmart, but I haven't seen anything in their flyer this week. So I'm thinking I'm going to go over to the other superstore supermarket and get one there for $18 because it's about the size that I want, right? Yeah. Anyway, sorry, girl.
I got to figure it out here, and you better ask your damn grocery store for some damn lube here because it's 5 kilograms is about 11 pounds. So you take 49 divided by 11.
No. Yeah, 5. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, so you take that 49 and divide it by 11. It's $4.45 a pound. Now my last turkey I bought, I paid 99 cents a pound for.
Oh yeah. Oh, prices are fucked up here, man.
Screw that. I'd get like a good steak.
I do have a small tiny ham in the freezer that as an emergency I could just cook that sucker up on Christmas Eve if I need to. So,
or it's just one of those little chicken. I always used to bake a chicken whenever turkey was too expensive. It's a good alternative.
Yeah, that's true. We actually have pre-cooked takeout chickens for like $10 over at the supermarket, so I could always even buy one of those suckers. Then I don't even have to have the mess of cooking this damn thing. I can just bring it home and eat it, right? So
yeah, what's crazy here? We have those too, and they're cheaper than the raw chickens. It's like, what the hell?
Well, that's the thing. It's like if it's only going to cost me if I'm only saving $1 or $2, I might as well get the pre-cooked one that's already taken care of, and then I don't have to worry about spending an hour cooking something, right? So it's
Well,
like,
I know, just as long as you like the flavor, it's the way they spice it. If they do or if they don't.
yeah, I've never actually bought one at the local supermarket here, so I'm not sure. But hopefully, it wouldn't be too overly spiced.
Well, they never are because they're afraid of because of the stupid old people.
Stupid old people like us, Bob.
I do not have a problem with spices. That's why I rarely go to a restaurant anymore because I'm tired of the bland stuff that tastes like shit. And well, what if we have the old people that can't eat salt? It's like, fuck you, then I'm not going to eat here.
Yeah, you got to find a good restaurant. Like
None of them season their food anymore. No restaurant does anymore. They haven't in many years.
they do get. Well, I just got to mention when my boss took us out for the restaurant dinner last Friday, which is like 8 days ago or whatever now. Good, Greek restaurant, which she takes us every year, and she picks up the tab. It must cost her a fortune because I think there were like 10 of us workers there this year, and a beautiful New York steak, nice and thick, and potatoes and rice and veggies and the whole 9 yards, right? And but I gotta agree, it was not heavily seasoned in any way, even though
A good steak has no seasoning, but this stuff, it's got to have seasoning.
I think they might have brought some salt and pepper on the table, though, but I don't remember anything more.
Of course, so it can bounce off your food when you try to put it on it.
Yeah, some people were pouring the
Anybody
salt
has
on
half
it
a
first.
brain. Anybody has half a brain knows the spice has to cook into the food while the food is cooking. You can't dump it on top after the fact.
It was still a good meal, though. I mean, I can't bitch, right?
Yeah, it was free. That's the best kind.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, and I got to sit right next to my boss, and she's gorgeous. Like she's like 41 now, and she's a beauty. She's a total hottie. Like, so it's like that was not nice.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a little perk of the job, I gotta say. Go ahead. Sorry.
Mikey says garlic wheat toast great with pastas. Okay. And PvP, can you read this one?
Low and slow in quotation marks. That's PvP's method with the ladies too. Well, I'll have to put some Barry White on, I guess, for you there, Lemon. Oh man.
And
I wish I had the ladies lining up for that. Oh well.
Yeah. Mikey says LOL Lemon. He says Alton and I went to the same culinary school. Here in Vermont at different times, so
cool.
Nice. I always want to go to culinary school. I've well, it doesn't matter now that I don't have a kitchen to cook in, so it really doesn't matter.
DVB says LOL. Scurvy says note to self: start eating raw garlic to keep people away from me.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. DVB says Pops. I remember this kid in elementary school. He ate garlic pills every day. Didn't swallow them. He just chewed the capsules. And he had the worst breath.
Man. I wonder why. Why would a kid need that stuff? But oh well, maybe his mom made him.
Maybe he liked garlic. And DV says so funny. Because it's true, Pops, LOL. That's just smelly, LOL, says Mikey.
Yeah. I like you, but it stinks.
Yeah. And DVB says, I like smart old people, but stupid old people suck.
All right.
DVB says, there's a lot of stupid people regardless of age.
No, the worst ones is when you have, because due to their own choices, they're grotesquely obese, overweight, whatever. So they can't eat salt. So they'll go into a restaurant and they'll bitch and complain so that nobody can have it. Those are the worst ones. It's like, if you can't handle it, don't go to a fucking restaurant. Instead of going into a restaurant and then making them make all the food taste like shit just to adapt to one person.
Or they could just say, hey, can you make sure there's low sodium because of my diet?
Yeah, but a lot of the food is, it's already cooked. This is like a steak or something that's cooked to order. Like mashed potatoes, anything like that, is already cooked and they're pulling it out of a pot. I hate that stuff, but when I go to a restaurant and it tastes like shit, I get my money back and I do not return. Denny's is a perfect example of a nasty place.
No, we don't really have too many Denny's up here anymore. Most of them are closed down.
You're lucky. They're overpriced and they taste like crap. God, they can't even make a good burger.
It just depends on where you go. We got some good places up here.
Well, it's like reminds me of hospital food. It's almost like they've got a patent secret recipe of extracting flavor from food.
Yeah, it's so sad how a lot of things have gone so downhill. Like 20 years ago, well, actually 30 something years ago now, shit, when I was at art college, I went there one night, late night, driving one of my, girlfriends from college home. And we stopped in at Denny's and had a late night meal for like, hour or two, whatever it was. And it was actually really good back then. Like the food was decent for the price, right? But I haven't been there since then. So I guess like so many other things, it's gone to shit in the last 20 years, I'm guessing. So, yeah.
Well, unless you don't mind the no flavor. But
No, it was actually good. I can't remember what we had, but it was actually, tasty, good food. Like, but it was late night after, we got out of a late class and maybe we were both tired. I don't know.
a lot of times these days, people are so used to having restaurant food taste bland, they just don't notice anymore.
Mm.
Believe me, if everybody complained, it would change overnight, just like self-checkout lanes at the stores. If everybody would complain, it would end overnight.
Yeah. But you know why the reason I use the self-checkouts often is if you go to a cashier, 80% of the time you got like 15 people ahead of you.
Oh,
And my old knees just don't want to be standing that long because I'll be in the lineup for like half an hour by the time the cashier pushes everybody through, and it's like, oh fuck it.
Well, I can handle self-checkout, but we should get a damn discount if we're doing it because
we should. Yeah,
we're saving money off labor of having somebody work.
That's my pet peeve. We should get like 10% off for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, I fucking agree.
But then you're gonna have 15 people in front of you, of course.
Yeah. Well, one good thing though, I've got the points card for my local. I've got the points card. It works at the independent grocer, the Shoppers Drug Mart drugstore, and the superstore. All three of those take the points card, and I've been saving up points. I've already cashed it in a couple of times because once you get up to 10,000, you'll get a $10 of free groceries. And you get enormous discounts on your food.
So the one card works at several different stores?
3 different stores.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's the only points program I ever had that was really excellent because you save a bundle. Like, well, let's put it this way. You get like 12 rolls of toilet paper. Usually it's like $7.99, right? This week,
I was looking at toilet paper tonight. It's ungodly expensive. It's like I'm gonna have to think of an alternative.
But this week, every Thursday, they send me the email with all your bonus. Add these to your price list and get the discounts. And I always add them because there's tons of them. And if I go and get my toilet paper in the next 5 or 6 days, instead of paying $7.99 for a package, I'll pay $3.99.
Yeah, DBB is right about what he's saying.
So that's a huge 50% off. Like that's a good points program, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
And a lot. They have a lot of groceries and stuff like that. Like you save a bundle. Like I don't know why people don't sign up for it because
I knew
hundreds.
I knew when the lockdowns happened and people were hoarding toilet paper. I knew it was going to affect the price. I just fucking knew it. I was saying that then.
I'll never forget that.
I was at the store today and like a pack of 6 rolls of toilet paper is like $12, $14. I'm like, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's time to invest in a bidet.
Well, I remember during the lockout, you couldn't buy toilet paper to save your life for like a month, right?
No, but what's funny is if you guys remember, go back and look at the news stories, and all the people hoarding all the shit had big, and I'm not joking, huge fat asses.
That's probably why I needed the toilet paper. They had more area to wipe.
Yeah, because it's just like 8 different fistfuls of this shit to wipe.
Oh God! I remember it got so bad. I think the final week before I could get some toilet paper pop, I actually ended up wiping my backside with some paper towels. That's how bad it got.
Yeah, you can do it, but it's going to eventually clog the pipes.
Well, yeah. It was not good. But if you put a small amount down, the pipes are okay. But
right.
It sucked. It sucked
yeah,
bad.
It just doesn't dissolve like toilet paper does. Obviously, toilet paper is designed to dissolve easily.
True. Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, there's no excuse to be paying upwards of $2 to $3 a roll. That's bullshit.
Well, there's no reason that the fucking store should have put a limit of like 2 packages on when that hit too, right?
I know.
And instead, people are probably going in there and buying like 12 fucking packages of toilet paper, and that's exactly why
like
the shelves are empty, right?
That's like, but yeah, I'm sure. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a buffet, all you can eat. I think they should charge. There should be a fucking scale right inside the door, and they should charge by how much you fucking weigh. That's why I don't go to buffets, because I have a small appetite, and I'm not going to pay the same price as this 400 or 500 pound pig sitting next to me, who's getting plate after plate after plate after plate. It's not fair. So I just don't go to buffets anymore.
Well, if I had a tiny appetite, I would have to be hungry to go to buffet anyway, no matter what my weight is.
I know my family, like when my mom was alive, and the family get-togethers and shit. That's all they wanted was Hogtown Buffet and those kind of play. And I hated those places because I don't eat that much.
Right. Well, so it depends on your personal preference and what you eat, right? So
let's catch up here on chats here real quick.
Sure.
Good idea, Gorilla.
EVP says, like Uncle George used to say, think about how stupid the average person is and realize half the population is even stupider than the
Right, George Carlin. Yes, it's true.
George Carlin.
Yes, right. Yes, George Carlin said it, and yes, it's true. I'll put it that way.
I love George Carlin. He's one of my favorite comics of all time. Like, he wasn't just funny, but he made social commentary too, right?
He did. He was very smart. Very smart.
He was a brilliant man. I love George, and I miss him dearly.
I remember one of his jokes that I still remember, and he said, whenever the light, if you're driving and you're behind a car at a red light, whenever the light turns green, it always takes double the gas for you because you have to push him out of the way.
Yeah. And Mikey says we all belong in asylums, but there isn't enough room, LOL.
There's no asylums. That word is even ancient.
Yeah. Mikey says, now tell us what you really think about the Good Burger Pops.
Flavor.
Yeah. And Mikey says, or Scurry says, Mikey, okay, but can we pick our cellmates?
When I make a burger at home, I put spices in it while I'm mixing the meat together, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and that's a good burger right there. And then cook it with spices inside. Sometimes grated like onions or pepper, like bell pepper. And it's like, yeah, it's the perfect one. Maybe a little bit of mushroom, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and Mikey says, yes, Lemon, no giant orgies, LOL. And DVB says, back in the day, Denny's was the goth hangout, cigarettes, coffee, and good conversation all night long.
The only thing that keeps that damn place in business is because that's where all the drunk people go after they get out of the bars.
No, that's where all the fights are at.
No, that's Waffle House. That is a guilty pleasure of mine. I love watching the fights at Waffle House and Chuck E. Cheese. Magnificent.
Yeah, and Denny's what was for vampires, definitely.
Yeah.
And DVB says, yes, LOL. And Mikey says, Denny's, the drunken driver's hotspot, too, DVB. They says, yeah, I remember drinking coffee all night with friends at around 2 a.m. All the drunks rolled in. LOL. Yeah, well, at least they go get their food and sober up a little bit.
I was out. Okay, this was, I was at a club with friends. This is when I was in Fresno, and I'm guessing early 2000s. And of course, let's go to Denny's after we got out of the club. And I was like, oh, hell no. But I went along with everybody else. And believe it or not, I ordered a breakfast, like I don't like an omelet, potato, hash browns, whatever. And they piled it all in a fucking bowl. I said, what the hell is this? I said, I want a plate. I don't want all my shit piled together. Yeah, I said, I don't want my shit piled together in a bowl. I want a plate. Oh, well, this is what everybody else orders. And but we don't have any plates right now. And that was my last time at Denny's. I said, that's it. I mean, not only is the place made for pigs, but they're pretty much giving your food in a trough. And it's like, I'm fucking done.
So they didn't have the dishwasher working that day, I'm guessing.
Excuses, right?
That sucks. Fuck, I'd be pissed off too if they gave me all that in a bowl. Like,
Well, yeah, but
that's
not only
the
that,
fuck-
think about that, but you're also getting a lot less food for the same
well, that's
price.
cool.
And they
Yeah,
know that.
I just say fuck it. I'm not paying for this. I'm walking out. You can eat this.
Well, that's what I did. I said, take
No.
this away. I didn't eat it all that night. I let my friends eat. They were drunk. They didn't care, but
If
I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, if I pay the full price for a meal, I want the full meal on a fucking plate, like the
Right.
full meal, not a partial meal. The full meal that I paid
Well,
for.
that's the same. That's the same when you order a meal and you say you make it to go, and since it's going in a little styrofoam container, you're getting a lot less food because they make it fit in that container.
Mm. Yeah, definitely they should provide the lube these days because they do like to screw us over and over again. It seems.
No, the worst is their nonchalant attitude. Like, well, what who are you to, that they had look at you like you're a fool just for questioning them. Like, what? But everybody likes it in a bowl.
Oh,
what are you
bad,
doing?
yeah.
Like, oh, screw you.
Bad customer service is one reason I won't go back.
Well, it's Denny's. They're used to a bunch of old people.
Yeah, but I'm an old guy, but I don't accept bullshit. It's like, give me fucking service and give me good quality what I'm paying for, or fuck you. It's like,
I don't know. All I can remember is when I was at Denny's, is you're thinking, you're looking at the food saying, this tastes like shit. I wonder why there's no flavor. And you look around and it's all a bunch of old bastards around you. You're like, oh, fucking no wonder. I'm out of here.
I guess I never noticed. I only went to Denny's. I probably have only been to Denny's like a couple of times in my life. So
Terrible.
it's not like I'm an expert. And besides, I was more interested in my college girlfriend that night than the food. I was more interested in looking at her because she was pretty cute. So,
Do you remember when Denny's was called Sambo's?
I do not, but I've heard that it was called Sambo's. And talking about a politically incorrect fucking name, right?
Yeah, they found out on that one.
They should have had the waiters in blackface, right?
I know.
That would have been perfect.
Every now and then they still get busted for racism. They don't like black people for some reason.
Well, I've heard that. I actually have heard there's stories that they actually refuse some black families, which is ridiculous, of course. But
Well, I wonder why. It's not like they're all polite.
I don't know. There's so many things in the world. I know there's a lot of shit going on in the 60s when I was a kid. There was Vietnam and, wars going on, in different places. And there was a lot of, bad stuff going on. But the world made a hell of a lot more sense back in those days. Like, even with the Troubles, it was mostly pretty decent time to be alive. And now I look at what's going on in the world, and we got wars in different places, and the drugs and the homeless and all the crap going on in our cities. And it's just like, and the crazy shit on the internet, all the woke stuff. It's like, man, I'm living in fucking bizarre world. Like
by design.
World.
It's all by design. It's not a coincidence.
Oh, I remember. Actually, it was back in the late 90s. Actually, probably around the early 90s when they started to dumb down the news, because the news used to be really, really good, right? They used to do it in the investigative journalism.
Well, that was also when the news wasn't like 2 or 3 hours long, too. It was a half hour, and that was it.
But they would do, in Canada, there'd be like a CBC would do a 1 hour nightly broadcast, right, at 11 o'clock or whatever. But they would, put 20 minutes aside at the end of the broadcast to do an in-depth investigation on one particular story. And they were often, excellent, really well written, well researched, videos, right?
You mean back when they had investigative reporters?
Yeah, back when they had real reporters, not hacks, right?
Right.
But I noticed by the 90s, it was starting to get dumbed down. The news stories would become more simple. There was less detail. It was just like, oh, we're screwed. And I just
it's gotten to the point where they don't take risks anymore.
I just saw it over the last couple of decades, Pop, where everything has just gone down the fucking drain.
Well, and now it's all propaganda too. That's another difference, where you can listen to one station and verbatim they're saying the same thing as on another station because they're handed the same script.
Yeah, I don't watch the news. That's why I don't watch the news on TV anymore, because we have two main news channels here in Canada, CTV and CBC. And they've gotten so woke and so full of shit.
Yeah.
And it's not about facts anymore. It's about their feeding you their opinion down your throat, right? And it's
especially
like,
when it's
you,
politics, especially politics.
It's whatever this, even if it's not politics, they're shoving some social agenda down your fucking throat, right? And I'm
Yep.
just like, sorry guys, I am not interested in being fucking brainwashed because I'm old enough to know when I am being brainwashed, and I refuse to be brainwashed. So, fuck off. Go have a nice life, but leave me out of your fucking bullshit news.
Looks like we got some people leaving. We'll see you, DVB.
Oh,
sorry about the politics, DVB.
Right, DVB.
Yeah,
Maybe
sorry about that.
Let's talk about pop culture, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go grab a quick beer, guys. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay.
DVB says, so true, Mikey. Or LOL. And Scurvy says, PvP, I'll never look at bounty paper towels the same now. Oh, Scurvy. One time I had to carefully use sandpaper.
Oh, well, use the backside.
Sandpaper, goodness, why? Don't ask, don't tell, Lemon. Okay, now. Who drinks in Fresno?
The people that live there. I was living there at the time.
And Mikey, were you trapped in a Home Depot?
Also, Fresno was like a mid-stop point on what they call Highway 99. So if you're traveling from, like, let's say LA to San Francisco, it was a main thoroughfare. So it would get a lot of people that were in between cities. And besides, it doesn't matter. It's the chain Denny's I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter what city you're in.
Yeah. And they're saying later, DVB, take care, Scurvy. And Mikey, does everyone remember Bob's Big Boy restaurants? They were wonderful, and we all loved their breakfasts. PvP, we're all in another dimensional time portal mirror universe.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And Mikey says, take care, DVB. He says, Merry Christmas. And Scurvy here says, I don't mind political talk. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we think about it. If we want to say, well, let's talk about the Marvel movies. There's no good news there either, right? I mean, that's more depressing than politics right now.
I haven't even watched them.
Yeah, they're all shit. In fact, right now on the high seas, that the Marvels is out. I'm not even going to bother downloading it for free and watching it. It's like, no, hell no. Why would I want to put myself through an endurance test like that? Screw it.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Though I think I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer one of these days, but I heard it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I'll take a break between, intermission. I might eventually. I don't know. I like Martin Scorsese, so that's for me to hook. I'm not a fan of the star of it, but maybe one of these days. I'd say it's almost a borderline documentary. So if you have patience, then sure.
Yeah, 3 hours. It seems like they packed a lot of filler in there.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, some people say it's a little. See, and there's movies that are longer than 3 hours, which I absolutely adore and love. But it depends on how the pacing goes, if it keeps your interest or not. It's like Napoleon. I'm sure that's got to be a good movie. But the general, what all the reviews are saying, the general consensus is they spend a lot of time on the love affair between him and whoever his love affair is. It's not Josephine, it's somebody else. But anyway, no thanks.
I love affairs and all that. Like they come, but it just depends. It depends on how they do it. Like Pearl Harbor, they kind of like I could see why they put it in there. It was good for just, but they also that love affair was to stretch it out.
Well, and that's they know that's the magnet to get chicks in the theaters. Women usually will not go see a movie unless it has that.
You're talking about chick flicks?
No, we're talking about
Pearl
any
Harbor.
movie why they have to have the love scene, right?
Yeah, like Pearl Harbor.
Right.
Oh, you're talking that film that came out like 20 years ago or something?
Michael Bay.
Yeah.
It's in the Michael Bay.
Yeah,
movie.
I never watched that because I heard it was pretty much crap. So
I don't know. I enjoyed it, but there's a lot of filler in there.
Well, that's why I didn't watch it. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't put filler. Cut the scenes. Get the editor to cut the movie down to a shorter running time. Because I don't get. If I'm going to pay $15, I don't care if it's a 90-minute movie, a 2-hour movie, or a 3-hour movie. The only thing I want is to be entertained through the whole damn film, right?
But I have to ask then, Titanic, would you cut out the first half of the movie? Because I fucking would. I hated it.
Well, that's another film I never watched because it's just not my thing, right? I
knew
it was going to be
right.
I knew it was going to be shit.
It's like a 4-hour movie, and just fast forward to the 2-hour point. I mean, it's literally half of shit.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a shitty movie, so that's why I avoided it, right, Pop? If you want a good movie about the sinking of the Titanic, have you ever heard about a film called A Night to Remember? Yeah, David McCallum's in that too, I believe, which is cool. That's a really good movie.
It was. I prefer the older Titanic movies. I didn't like it either.
It's a much shorter movie too.
Doesn't have all the BS in it.
Yeah, it's just a good.
It's good for the spectacle. You know, like the second half of the movie, the spectacle is good. It is far from being historically accurate, so expect that.
Yeah, that's why I prefer some of the older films where they have a little more respect for the actual facts. It's like that new Napoleon film sounds pretty dreadful, actually, because I've heard nothing but negativity about it in the last week or so.
I don't think it's going to make the money that they were hoping for.
It sounds god. Once again, we have a director, Ridley Scott, who was once brilliant and great, like 40 years ago, and now he's just sunk into mediocrity, like so many. I think
the last movie he made that was good was Gladiator.
That's probably about it. Yeah. It's like, I mean, there's so many. It's like Spielberg or Lucas. I mean, they do a few brilliant early films in their career, and then they just say, fuck, I don't care anymore. I got my money, I got my fame, I got my fortune, I got the big mansion on the hill, I got my hot wife. It's like I don't have to make good work anymore. It's like fuck it, right? And that's exactly what they end up doing.
Yeah, it would take me a while to try to come up with the title of Steven Spielberg's last good movie. I can't. It would take me a while to figure it out because he's made so many thinkers over the decades.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, that's a man that used to make every movie was great, every movie was successful, every movie was for everybody, and now it's the opposite of that.
Yeah, well, I think when he decided to do a remake of the musical, oh God, what
West Side Story?
Yeah, when he decided to, I mean, for one reason, West Side Story was one of the more perfect movies from the 1950s and it had a great cast and great score. It didn't need to be remade, so why the fuck would you? And then,
how about the new way he's working on a remake of Bullet now? I mean, that's even worse.
Oh God, oh that's horrific.
Yeah, but don't worry, it'll be diverse.
Yeah, Bullet will be a black dude and
a black lesbian.
Yeah, black woman lesbian. Yes, exactly.
Right.
And I mean, I don't get why they do this. Well, I know why they do it because they think they're going to cash in with a name brand.
Well, because if it's either that or not work at all in Hollywood, that's how it is now in Hollywood.
The thing is, though, I mean, the only people that are going to recognize Bullet as a movie are going to be folks our age, Pop, because most people.
Yeah, that's just it. They're hoping to target the younger audience. Yeah, who don't know better.
And but you know, if the younger audience had half a brain in their fucking heads, they go back and watch the original film because that's what is great. This sequel shit won't be good because
it's gonna bomb. Like it'll bomb just like West Side Story did.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Because there's nothing more iconic.
No doubt.
There's nothing more iconic than the original Bullet and that car chase sequence. Like,
well, okay. Let me put it this way. Here's the factors that are stacked up against it, in my opinion. First of all, it's going to be diverse. It's going to have DEI and all that kind of bullshit. Second of all, it's not going to have the muscle cars that they used to have back then. What are they going to use? Like some Priuses? I mean, fuck them.
Maybe they'll get Elon Musk to donate some cars, eh?
Yeah, I know. Right? If we care, and then they won't even use real cars. It'll be all CGI. Fuck them.
Oh, of course, it'll be all CGI
Yeah,
cars skidding around.
It'll be like those Fast and Furious movies. It'll be
And
terrible.
it's like at the end of the chase scene when the bad guys, collide and their car blows up and they burn to death. It's like that looked fucking very real because I'm sure they did actually really, blow a car up. There were probably dummies, of course, in the seats, of course, not real actors, but
Yes.
it looked totally real. Like two dudes just got burned to a crisp,
Well, that'll
after
be easier to
chasing Steve.
Tesla.
Oh God, no Teslas.
Tesla, that way you can show burning for 2 weeks.
I was just saying, Bullet, 1968. Think of the cars back in 1968.
Oh, they had Steve McQueen was doing, I think it was a Mustang.
Yeah, I believe it
Shelby,
was.
maybe.
I think it was a Mustang, actually. My
Yeah.
cousin had a Mustang way back in the 80s. He actually had a 67 Mustang for a few years, but he sold it because I guess, mechanically it wasn't so great because it was old. But
Well, they weren't. Like right with my knowledge of cars now, I would know if I got my hands on one of those 65, let's say 65 through 69 Mustang. I would remodel it and then immediately sell it because they were lemons, but people liked them and they were popular.
but it was a very cool looking car. I
It
gotta
was,
say.
but as far as quality, Ford has never made a good car ever. Ford, a car or a truck ever.
Yeah, I think my cousin and I probably did a road trip to Seattle in that car though, and it was a lot of fun, and it ran well that time. So,
Hey,
basically
Jeremy,
good memories.
Jeremy, do you want to plug yourself before you head out?
Yeah, sure. Next week, Saturday morning cartoons, 8 a.m. Pacific. The poll to choose what we watched for our last week of Christmas is live right now.
Okay. I should go vote in it here.
Well, I gotta go. Take care.
All right, we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, let's see what the choices are.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to mention somebody had mentioned earlier when they were at college, there was a famous person that was there a few years before when they were there. And I just wanted to mention William Gibson, one of the big cyberpunk writers, actually attended Emily-Carr College about 5 or 6 years before I did. So that's kind of a little cool memory I have hearing that this very famous writer had actually walked the same hallway. So that was a lot of fun.
Okay. Can we catch up on chat here? We got a bit piling up here.
Well, you don't have to ask us. It's your stream, Bert Gorilla.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Scurvy says, Mirror Universe, Mikey. And Mikey says, Pops, Butwillow, California was our midway point off of I-5.
I hadn't heard of that one. Must be a small town.
Yeah. Then he says DVB. And Scurvy here says, the Mirror Universe version of Mikey, what's he like? I said, by this. He says, Lemon, you do not want to know. And Scurvy says, let's install PvP as the leader of Canada.
Well, it would depend. If I got a lot of money and babes, then I might say, yeah, sure, what the hell, I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Yeah, Cap says, Resolute Germ, later Germ, Merry Christmas. And Scurvy says, later Germ.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
We're all caught up here now.
So you guys got any Christmas plans set yet?
Well, turns out I might have to miss Sunday there with the way the Christmas plans are going. So we might not have a movie next Sunday
Okie dokie.
there. So
Are you going to go over your parents' house, Gorilla? Is that where you do yours?
no, we'll go to my sister's. Because my parents are going to be at Jackpot, so I think they're going to swing south before heading home.
What's
Going
that?
to Jackpot.
Is that the name of a town? I don't know what you're talking about.
Casino.
Okay.
Oh, they're gambling. Okay.
Well,
I got it.
they have this package where they get free rooms like almost once a month in that with their cards and all that. So they're given free rooms like once a month and that. So they go to the Jackpot for the night, go eat dinner, and then go spend like $20, $50 on the slots.
That's not bad. If you get a free room and only spend $20 or $50, that's not a bad deal.
I know, but I'd be bored as hell because I don't gamble, so I don't know.
I don't know. When I go, I drop $20. I usually come out ahead. So
There you go.
My only gambling experience is back in the 80s. I went crazy me. I went on a bus tour down to Reno with one of my friends who talked me into it. And most of the people on the fucking bus were like 30 years older than we were. So it's like, oh, that's exciting. I'm going on the senior citizen tour. But the thing was, the first time we stopped for lunch at a small town, of course, every place in Reno has a casino. So I walked up to I only played the slot machines, right? None of that, gambling or dice throwing or any of that crap. Because I could, understand the slots. They were simple. And back then they had the nickel machines. So I would get like a pocket full of nickels and I would just plug nickels in because, you got to put a lot of nickels in to really lose anything. And of course, during the lunch break, we were only there for an hour. After about 30 minutes, I'd probably, I don't know, plug $10 worth of nickels in. It's like ding, 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 ding. I get like $250 winner, right? I'm like, holy shit. That's nice. So I walked out of there after having lunch with $250 in my pocket. I was like, well, that's a good thing. And then we finally got to Reno. And the next day, I went to another casino. I started playing the nickel machines. And after about an hour, it's like ding, 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 ding. It's like another $200 or whatever. So I basically, made like almost, I made like $450, paid for my bus ticket for sure. Got a lot of great free food, and they feed you the free drinks. Like they just want to get you pissed, right? So it's like every half hour there's some cute waitress going, "Would you like another one?" And I'm like, "Yes, dear, I would love another one. Thank you." Even though the drinks are probably watered down, but
I had an aunt that was a shill in Vegas. Isn't that nice? Something to be proud of, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure what you're meaning there, Pop. But
She was hired by the casinos to dress scantily and hang around men and put their arms around them. And right.
Oh yeah. I was aware of that. I was aware they're just doing their job, right? But
well,
it's like, hey, if you want to give me free drinks and get me pissed free of charge, and I'm making money, like I'm making hundreds of dollars playing your fucking machines, I'm happy, So.
Well, PvP, the reason they go around offering free drinks and all that is to keep you at the machines. That's why they allowed smoking in the casino.
The more
exactly,
the more you drink, the more you gamble, right?
Yeah,
because that's where they got. Because that's where they got pissed off with me the last time I went to when we went up to Treasure Island there. Because I told the employees right there, goes, man, you guys saved me a ton of money. I came out ahead because you guys made me go outside to smoke.
Oh yeah, it's very transparent.
At the casinos they'd have a very small booth that was non-smoking and had glass around it, and there's nobody in there.
It's like the bicycle lanes. They destroy some of the roads here in my town and make them very narrow for the cars.
Right.
So they can
and by doing that, they also destroyed the businesses.
And they put in a bike lane with this 3 foot wide concrete divider between and they put some of this shit in like 5 or 6 years ago. I think I've seen like maybe 12 people on a bicycle in the whole time. And so it's like, why guys? The City Hall, the assholes here at City Hall are nuts because they just fucked up my local road just outside my apartment.
Well, remember, that's what the voters want.
No, I don't think the voters get a choice in that kind of shit. It's just the city planners. They just go, well, fuck, we're going to screw this straight up. Let's go for it. And they do. They just do it. It's like the local road here where I used to drive to work every day of the week. They tore the fucking road up. It was nothing but gravel and shit for like 2 or 3 months. They finally got it fucking paved. But now they've got it marked off where it is so narrow. If you're driving, in the one direction, you basically got to almost put your car in the curb, in the gutter just to get by another car because there's no way 2 cars could ever pass, right? It's ridiculous.
It's by design.
Oh, it's very bad design. Thing is, I've given up voting because I voted every election previously until the last one, and the asshole mayor I hated got elected 3 times in a row.
Morris.
And now he's up on sexual assault charges because apparently he assaulted someone in the city hall office. So he's up on charges now. And then the new guy, obviously, that replaced him is no fucking better because they're fucking up the streets again. And I'm like, fuck me, right? You know, agitation. Sorry, guys.
What
Sorry
do you
to that.
guys? I have to ask. What do you guys think about the intern who made the little home video in the Senate?
Oh,
I haven't seen it. I don't.
You haven't heard about that?
I don't. No, I don't. I don't generally follow American politics because I find it too depressing. And
No,
weird
no,
and
this
bizarre.
isn't politics at all.
yeah, there's an intern. Let's just say he got a little horny at work.
And he bent over on the Senate floor, the same place where all the senators and the old fucks.
No,
screw
it's the
up
hearing room. It's the hearing room.
Well, that's what I meant. Whatever, right?
You guys got a link? I will definitely check it out if there's a link
Oh,
to the video.
You want to watch two guys having sex? Okay, I'll find the link.
Well, not really, but you've intrigued me.
It's not two guys having sex. It's from the point of the view of the one standing up. I'll put it that way.
Oh, hey, it's like
fucking idiot.
You guys have intrigued me to the point where I definitely need to take a. I might not watch the whole thing if it's too weird and disgusting, but
oh no, it's all you'll see is the back of a guy. That's it, because the guy's bending over, so you'll just see a guy on his hands and knees, and you'll just see the back of his head.
Good Lord!
So it's not even rated X. It's not even rated PG. You just see the guy on the back of his head.
What the hell is the world coming to, though? It's like in the Senate.
Democrats.
Well, I don't like
everything you need to know.
I don't like either side of the political spectrum. I think they're all corrupt, personally.
They are.
Because I remember in Canada we've had liberal governments, we'd have conservative governments. If they're in there for enough years, they eventually do go corrupt, no matter what fucking party they represent. I'm old enough to have seen that happen over and over again.
The senator that this intern works for, or worked past tense, has been there since the 1960s. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's like screw that.
Wow, so
obviously corruption.
It's not young then. Yeah.
Wait a minute, the intern's young, who committed the act, but I'm saying that he worked for a senator who's been there since the 60s. They haven't disclosed who shot the video, who was the one standing up. Let's just say the top, as they refer to themselves. They haven't disclosed who that is. We just know who the bottom was, and he was an intern for this old geezer senator, Democrat. Or I'll repeat that again. I always repeat that because it's fitting and it makes sense. I mean, I don't like Republicans either, but you're not going to see a Republican be that stupid.
Well, I've seen plenty of stupidity in all political parties in my lifetime, Pop.
No,
I don't want to disagree.
No, but I'm talking about specifically committing a gay act on the Senate floor.
Well, that's really to not make a joke, but that's fucked up.
Because who's pushing the gay agenda? I mean, I don't like Republicans either, but who's pushing the gay agenda? I mean, that's pretty clear.
You know what's really sad, Pop, is I'm young enough as a kid in the 60s to remember when homosexual people basically did have to put up with a lot of garbage, and they did get treated like third-class citizens. And I can understand, the way that the police would beat on them, and they did have a right to stand up. And there was that one riot, I believe, in New York City.
Think about this. Okay, I've been around too. Think about let's just say 60s or 70s. Why would they discriminate against you unless you were doing something in public that drew attention to them? That's the problem. Is they always would do something to draw attention to themselves, and then claim discrimination. It's an old trope. It's an old hat. They've done that for decades.
No,
Certain race groups do that too. They draw attention to themselves, and then when people point it out, then they yell discrimination. It's old.
I think the times have changed somewhat, but I'm not going to discuss this. Because we
I don't know. You don't have sex in public.
You didn't let me finish my thought, so that's okay.
Go for it.
Oh no, I remember there was some New York City nightclub where it was like a gay club, and people were just basically there drinking and socializing, and then somebody in the police force decided, let's go raid this club, and they basically cleared out the club, and people were getting beaten with batons and they hadn't even done any crimes. They were just hanging out together. and that was like one of the big moments when the gay rights movement actually started, because gay folks were just tired of being beaten on,
No,
and
I
I can
agree. I'm
understand
not
that,
denying
right?
that happened. I agree. I'm not denying that happened.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
saying that,
do. I do
it's
get your
like give them
point,
an
though.
inch. It's
I
like
do
give them
get
an
your
inch,
point.
right? Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. It's like
That
all those people that were innocent, that were treated wrongly, right? They paved the way to make it more equal and get equality. But then now it's to the extreme where we have naked men walking down the streets of San Francisco in front of children, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. So
yeah.
there's a line that they've crossed.
I was going to say that was back in like the late '60s. I think that riot was in '68 or maybe '71. It was like a long, long time ago, right? Because it was basically a riot when the police started beating on people. They fought back, and they weren't going to take it from the
Good
cops
for
that night.
them. Yeah, I find that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't either. I actually experienced something similar to that one time. It was a totally different situation, but I remember the cops can be very heavy-handed.
Yes.
But anyway, I agree with what you're saying. I think back in the late '60s, early '70s, even into the early '80s, when they were gay people were trying to just get marriage rights here, to be equal, to marry someone that they loved. I had no issue with that. I had no problem with that, and I actually supported it. And they eventually did. I think Canada was the second country in the world to legalize gay marriages way back in the '80s. And I had no problem with that, because I thought, well, people should be treated
Same here.
fairly and reasonably, and if you're a citizen of the country, you should be equal. I remember when the prime minister we had back in the '60s, '70s, and early '80s, Pierre Trudeau, he made that a famous speech up here where he said, "The government has no place in the bedrooms of the nation." And I thought that was one of the smartest, wisest comments any politician ever said. He was a very intelligent man. I have a great deal of respect for him.
I agree, but he didn't know that they were going to infiltrate the schools and start
No.
changing kids and all that. The pedos and groomers like we have now.
He died years ago before all this shit started, right, Pop? So
That's
he
what I'm
didn't have a
saying.
clue.
Give them an inch and they take a mile.
That is exactly, I agree 100% with what you're saying. I think the shit that's started going on in the last 25 years or whatever is disgusting. I really do. I think it's disgusting. I would not put my kid in a fucking public school. No fucking way. I mean, I don't have a kid, thank God, so I don't have to worry about it.
Just look at all the attention they're getting when they're like, at least here in the U.S. I don't know about the percentage in Canada, but here in the U.S. they're 0.03% of the population. But look at all the attention they're getting.
It's fucked up. I don't get it either. I don't know what the percentage of same-sex people are here in Canada, but I'm sure they're probably a very small percentage, because there's I wouldn't imagine they'd be more than like 3 or 4% of the population.
Have you seen the ones that are marching saying we're here, we're queer, we're here to take your kids?
No, I haven't, but I can believe. I can believe
they're having
it.
marches where they do that. It's like, because they're allowed to say that and do it, obviously.
Yeah.
In fact, there was one video on YouTube where they were doing that and they were saying that. And across the street, there were some religious guys reading out of the Bible. They arrested the religious people.
Yeah, it doesn't make much. It doesn't make much sense, but it's the world we're living in, Pop, and sadly, it's pretty hard to change it when you're just one of our private
they've already infiltrated. Right, they've already infiltrated the education.
I can
all of it.
I can bitch till I'm blue in the face, but nobody's going to fucking listen to little on me, right? At least we can, talk about this shit. At least we still have the freedom of choice and voice to actually talk here and discuss things on YouTube, which I do, as fucked up as YouTube can be, as much jerk offs as they can be at times. I give them credit for hosting us here.
Right, but as we know, it's getting more and more restricted. So even what we're doing now, a year or two from now, we won't be allowed to even do this. So yeah, enjoy it while we can.
I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong, because I love having conversations with people on here. It's like it's a bright spot in my life, because I live an extremely boring existence, right? I mean, I'm basically working during the week. I'm an extremely draining job. My job is so easy. Like I've done it for almost 4 years now, and it's the same thing. It's like, rinse, wash, and repeat. It's like over and over and over again, doing the same
Right.
thing every week. And I just want to scream after I get through. I have a 9-hour shift a lot of days, and I got like 8 hours of work, 1 hour in the middle for a lunch break, which sometimes I don't even bother taking much of that because I just want to keep my, catch up with my work and get it done, but it's just I'm lucky to have the job because at my age it's an easy job. I sit on my ass in front of a computer all week, but it's just mind-numbingly boring, I gotta say.
Gorilla, let me ask you, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, Owen, what are the kids wanting this year for Christmas? What's popular? I mean, like what drone? I mean, like what is it? I'd be wanting a drone if I was a kid. I mean,
I have no idea.
Mario, Legos, stuff like that.
When you say Mario, a video game or what?
Yeah, the video games for Switch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for a Switch. Switch. Now is that a Wii? I mean, is that Nintendo? Okay, obviously Nintendo. So he's not quite into like Xbox or PS5 or any of that yet, huh?
It's what?
So he's not into like Xbox or PS5 yet, PlayStation.
No, he'll play them occasionally, but not really.
That's fine. No, it depends on the age. Younger kids like the Wii's and the Nintendos. Well, that's understandable. I was just curious what was popular.
The Nintendo Switch does seem to be pretty popular the last few years. I've noticed people talking about it online.
It's the games that attract them. Like Mario's been popular for decades, as we know. So,
oh God, yeah.
I'd rather have the kids play Mario than on TikTok. So that's good.
Fuck, I remember Mario on the when I used to go in the bar with my drinking buddies back in the '80s, and they had the big, those gigantic stand-up consoles.
Right. Be careful what you said. You said butt drinking buddies. No, it's drinking buddies.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That time of night.
Yeah.
But yeah, they used to have Mario on those big, giant stand-up games where you put a quarter in and you stand up and play them. And there was Mario Brothers even back in the '80s. Like this, this is an ancient franchise for sure.
I used to play Donkey Kong and all that stuff.
Oh, me too. Yeah, Donkey Kong
days. Yeah,
Pac-Man.
Which reminds me, my video, your short Gorilla with the arcade games. Where was that at?
The WoW Zone.
Is that an arcade pizza place or what?
They got pizza. It wasn't very good.
They never are. They never are.
They got a bunch of bowling lanes there. There's a bunch of arcade games. They got mini golf or cosmic mini golf, laser tag. There's a bar in there.
They got basically everything.
Yeah, there's like 20-some video games in there. A lot of them are just pull the handle and you'll get some see how many tickets you can win.
Oh yeah, and then 5,000 tickets will get you something that it's worth like 5 cents.
30 tickets for a pencil.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember back in the '80s, my good friend Jim and I would go in the bar and we'd play video games. They used to have those awesome consoles where you could sit down, one chair on each side of the screen, and it was like maybe, I don't know, 3 feet high or something, video console, and you could play the games. And we would play like Miss Pac-Man, and the favorite was Galaga. If you guys have ever heard that.
We had Space Invaders there.
Oh yeah, we played that too. Oh, we played that too because Zap Zap Zap. Space Invaders was cool.
All right, Galaga, the one you're talking about, PvP, they had a kind of like a sequel, the same company.
I never saw that.
It was called Playa.
I never saw that.
That's one game that I was so good at it, where I could put a quarter in and just play as long as I wanted until I walked away. And then when I walked away, there'd be like 50 free games on it.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, Playa was my favorite games. It was like the next progression of Galaga.
I never heard that. But Galaga, like my friend and I would play it, and it was a great, awesome game. But he was much better. he would always basically, I think probably 90% of the time he would kick my ass and win because I just wasn't as good at it as he was. But it was such a fun game. I didn't care if I lost because we had such a good time playing it.
Yeah, it was the fun of being at the arcade. It was fun. You hang out with
Oh,
friends. It gave kids something to do instead of committing crimes or drugs or doing whatever, right?
well, it was actually in the local bar where we used to play it, right? So we'd buy a draft beer and we sit the beer on the table and we play the game and sip on our beer once in a while and oh, good memories. My friend is long gone. He's passed on like 10 years ago, but good memories, with good memories with a good friend.
Same here. I miss my good friends, but especially my really good friend Sean. We did everything together. We saw all the Star Trek. We watched Star Trek together. We'd go to the arcades.
Mm.
And it was like you were talking about our lives earlier. I was thinking, well, at least I'm lucky. I miss him, but at least I'm still alive. He passed away, but I'm lucky I'm still alive. So there's that, right?
I am a survivor too, Pop, because as I say, only my dear cousin and his wife are still family that are alive, and everybody else is gone. And I actually they got a terrible flu bug over the last week, and we were actually going to get together last night on the 16th, but Anita, his wife, was very ill the first part of the week, and now my cousin got really sick on Thursday. It's like a horrendous flu bug, like really nasty, right? So they're probably spending the days in bed, vomiting from what I've, heard in the emails from what we exchanged. So we're going to have to get together at the end of the month on the 30th because, of course, they can't do it on, Christmas, so, but, that's the way it goes sometimes, right?
Well, you're fortunate because I have a few siblings and we can't stand each other. And I prefer not to ever call them or talk to them. And I prefer staying as far away as possible. So you're lucky you have that.
Yeah, that's sad. It's sad when you
dysfunctional families, they're not a good thing. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone.
Yeah, my family is very dysfunctional. I was lucky though because my mother and my sister were so wonderful because they were always very supportive, right? It's just my father.
Sisters are bitches. There's two of them. They're like the worst things that ever walked this earth. One of them is so fat she could barely walk, and the other one's a tweaker.
Yeah, I've seen women that fat. It's kind of not
lies.
Pretty.
Both of them thieves and liars. I've never met anybody who lies so much as my sisters.
That sounds
Can't stand them.
I'd stay away from that too at Christmas. Definitely, Pop.
I used to. In fact, this was just a couple years ago. When I was working for Uber, I had to unfortunately stay with my sister and her husband. And while I was gone working for Uber, they would search my room and steal shit. They'd eat my food and then lie about it. I mean, the most disgusting. And she's a big fat super pig. Oh my God.
That sounds really fucked up. Yeah.
It was like nasty. I don't usually talk about my family because I'm a private person, but you guys, for everyone who has a family where you guys love each other, you're so lucky. My God.
Oh, I was very fortunate for many years because my mom was always very, very supportive. And we had wonderful, we'd always get together and we'd watch tons of Christmas movies, for a couple of weeks before Christmas. And she was just a lovely person.
That's
and she had a hard life because my dad, well, the sad thing about my father, he was a great guy when he wasn't drinking, right? He actually built the addition on the back of the house that my parents bought in the 60s. I guess they got a good deal on a small house. And he basically built an addition on the back end of the house that doubled the size of our home by himself, nail by nail, saw by saw. He built the whole fucking home. And it was not like a cheaply, badly built home. It was like first-rate quality. And I could never understand why he didn't go into the contracting business and become a boss and hire other carpenters to work under him. Because if he had, he probably could have become a millionaire with the talent he had. He was a very talented man. But every, 3 weeks or so, he'd get into the beers and the cheap wine and go on a bender. And I remember so many nights we'd have to run out in the middle of the night because my mother was afraid for our safety, right? And yeah. Anyway, fuck, I got in a sidetrack here. Sorry, guys. But I'm just thinking about family, right? How dysfunctional families operate, Pop. And luckily, my sister was a very sweet lady, and she actually taught grade ones for like 30 years before she, passed away from her breast cancer. And we used to get together. It was usually my mom and my sister and myself. We'd get together every December 24th on the Christmas Eve and open our presents together. And I have so many fond memories of those nights. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that.
Well, see all the reasons, Gorilla, why you are a blessed and very lucky man.
All right, well, it's getting to be 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to wrap this up here.
I was just going to ask you about that. How the chat doing? You want to catch up on that, or are we all caught up?
It's Scurvy here. He says PvP will become one of many 21st century tyrants. He goes like Khan. He goes exactly PvP. The Pleiades star cluster.
Pleiades
star. All right. But thank you, Scurvy, for coming, also known as Slim Pie. Thank you, Cam's Crash Courses, for coming. And thank you, Mikey, for coming. If you ever need, he's going to be having his New Year's Eve party coming up here in a couple weeks. So make sure to check that out there, have it saved. Thank you, DVB, for coming. Scrolling.
Keep those comments scrolling.
Thank you, the Phantom Boomer Explorers. Make sure to check him out. He does his Sunday nights at the Film Noirs and Friday night Film
Very
Noirs.
cool.
Yeah. He always has the previews on his channel.
Yep.
Thank you, Daniel's Hot Topics, for coming. He likes to stream with his friend Steampunk on Steampunk's channel, so make sure to check that out.
Yeah, so good to see you, Daniel. I hope we see you tomorrow for Lost in Space.
You're on the same time for Lost in Space tomorrow, Pop?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Mountain.
Okay.
Which I believe is what, 6 p.m. your time?
I think it's 5, but I got to work an 8-hour shift tomorrow because I want to get my hours done as quickly as I can.
Understandable.
Before Christmas. So I'm going to probably do I'll do an 8 in the morning till a 5 in the afternoon. So it should work. I might be a couple minutes late, but it should work out okay.
I still need to watch. I'm going to do that after this stream.
I have not watched it either. Me too. That's my next thing to do tonight is watch the episode. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one with the green. That's the one with the green girl, isn't it?
Handsome, pretty handsome Dr. Smith.
All right.
I am going to love Jill's review of that one. That's going to be fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll love it or if she'll hate it, but it'll definitely be entertaining.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jim's Landscaping, LLC #1 Commodore Productions, for coming. He has his Star Trek fan films there. He has a Spock one that just came out not too long ago. Or not Spock, Grinch one that came out not too long ago. And he also likes to do the occasional morning streams on the weekends there. Thank you, LDG at Hashtag for the Net, for coming.
Howdy, LDG. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah. He does, if you ever need IT help or place to hang out, that's freethenet.org/underground. I spent about half an hour there today.
But he's a very, very generous and kind and smart person.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely check out LDG's channel.
Jerm already plugged himself in. So, Pop, what do you got going on?
Tomorrow night, hopefully everybody can join me at 7 p.m. Mountain Time for the second episode of the second season of Lost in Space. I'm excited. And then, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time for our sci-fi horror stream. We're going to be doing Total Recall from 1990, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sharon Stone. And then Wednesday, my very good buddy and myself, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, will be covering the last 2 episodes of season 2 of Gilligan's Island. And once again, and most importantly of all, wait a minute, I almost forgot. Rumley from the Lab on Saturday, my open topic, open mic night. But most of all, most importantly, I want to thank my good friend Gorilla for not only helping me on my streams, for allowing me on his tonight. So thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem. Just wish Cosby didn't quit out on us.
Yeah.
I know, but there's always there's another day. Well, it gives us an excuse to meet up another day and try it again.
Yeah.
It does happen. Sometimes the internet does, mess up. So,
It's not a good time.
Yeah.
not
thank you, Cody Guy, for
that big
coming.
a deal.
Yeah, thank you, Cody Guy, for coming. PvP, what do you got going on?
Well, I think I mentioned probably last night's stream, though it's kind of fuzzy in my brain, that I did upload an entire album by the Manic Street Preachers called Send Away the Tigers, which is a very, very excellent album. I actually probably have listened to that sucker like 4 times over the last 3 or 4 days because I just enjoy it so much. So very hard rocking album, but very melodic, very well written songs. And I would urge anybody to check that one out because it's really a good album. And other than that, not much. I'm just like hanging out, talking to folks on other streams. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay. As for me, Wednesday we'll have Justified. Tonight I was planning on getting one of my pre-recorded ones recorded there and out, but I wasn't expecting the stream to go this late. But it was a good stream. Let's see. Friday I should have Walton's, but we're gonna have a lot of background noise with that one.
Oh, how come?
Daddy, I won't watch Coco Melon. I want my Elsa.
Okay. I should be able to get the Waltons next week, Gorilla.
What's Elsa? Wait, what was that?
Yeah, her mom lets her watch Frozen, so.
Oh fuck! First thing you do, it's like an alcoholic. Get them off the booze. Get your kids off of Disney. I mean, for their own sake. I mean, come on, Gorilla. Even you have to admit there's nothing positive there to be learned from Disney.
Well, there's nothing I can do about what she watches at her mom's.
You're half of the influence. You're the father. Don't give up.
I know. I've been trying to get her to watch different stuff.
Anything but Disney. God damn it. My God.
I've been trying to get her into the old classic Rugrats and stuff like that.
Well, even new stuff, I don't care, but just anything but Disney.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying, but
I know.
Like I said, I have no control what she watches at her mom's.
I know. Well, what does she say when you say, well, you can watch that at your mom's, but not here? What does she do?
I don't even tell her that. I just tell her no.
Okay.
And she'll just keep repeating herself.
God. Have you tried talking to the mom saying you stop showing her Disney? Or so I don't want to get into your private life. Never mind. Disregard that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really don't want it.
Yeah, that's a fight right there, I'm sure.
Yeah, and but Friday's Walton will be really good. It's the Heritage episode. It's really good. You'll like it, PvP.
Oh, I'm going to try. I might have to work 4 hours in the morning to finish off my work for this year, and then I got to have a medical biopsy in the afternoon. So, but I should be back by 5 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah. So I think I should be able to make it. No promises, but yeah. I think there's like a 90% chance I should be there, Gorilla. So that's good. The Heritage, I might even watch that one tonight.
Yeah, if you can't make it to the stream, at least watch the episode because it's a really good one. Okay. And then Saturday we are going to be hopefully I'll be able to make it Saturday. I'll be if I can, we'll be reviewing the car that ate Paris.
That sounds weird. Fuck, that sounds really weird.
Hey, we're going for cheese. We're going for cheese this week.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I'm all for it. I don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I love cheese. So go for it.
That must be a damn big car, though, to eat the entire city of Paris. I just got to observe.
No, I said cars, plural. Yeah. Cars.
Oh. And it's Paris, Australia.
Yes.
Not Paris, France.
Well, that's different then. Okay. That's like that.
And then
film.
Next Sunday, I probably won't have. Yeah. Next Sunday we probably won't have.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we won't have probably won't have a stream next Sunday. The way things are going to be, the way things are going to get scheduled out.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be
my sister.
We'll miss you, Gorilla, but yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. By the way, have you ever heard about a film called Paris, Texas?
I've heard of the town.
I've heard of it.
Paris, Texas is an amazing film. It's really good.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Gorilla. And by the way, thank you everybody in the chat. Great crowd. It was so good to see you guys again.
All right. So
Yeah,
you guys have a
always
good
fun.
night, and remember to be a gorilla.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.